Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to me and my channel, and nobody else is here. But no, really, welcome to Delving in Deep, episode number 9, as I'm currently joined by 5 of the 6 sexiest people in Dungeons and Dragons. Your number 1 dwarf, Nox, will join us through the broadcast. Everybody say hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Hello.
And y'all are bad at Simon Says. I didn't.
You never said Simon Says.
Ha!
You have to tell us we're playing.
You're always
And you have to
playing.
say Simon Says.
You're
Simon
not
Says
signing.
never stops.
Simon Says.
Casey.
What's up?
Casey, did you lose the game?
Oh!
That's it. Stream's over, ladies and gentlemen.
He keeps kicking me in the dick. Why? Why does he keep kicking me in the dick?
Oh, hey, we're back.
20?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to take 2, Delving in Deep.
You actually turned this.
Yeah. You actually clicked stream ending and brought us back.
I turned over to see stream ending. What?
It was a great excuse to play my favorite soundbite. But so the game, if you're not aware, is if you don't want to play the game, you can't hear me. You must take off your headsets for approximately 15 to 20 seconds as I explain the game. You are always playing the game. The object of the game is to forget about the game. As long as you are thinking about the game, you're actively losing. When you think about the game, you must tell somebody else, I have lost the game, and then you are immune to having to do that again for 30 minutes. So you have 30 minutes to forget the game again. I have been playing the game for approximately 15 years, and have gone as long as 1 to 2 years between losing the game, but I have never stopped playing. So you are always playing the game. The second thing is this soundbite. I don't know if you know this, huge Dragon Ball nerd. Team 4-star, get out there, watch it. It's fantastic.
He keeps kicking me in the dick.
Why? Why does he keep kicking me in the dick? All right, enough of that.
Somebody clip that.
It's a good parody show. Like it's one of those things that started in the early days of the internet and just never stopped and got really good at what they were doing. And now they're the Team 4-star crew who made that parody short version of Dragon Ball they're doing really well. Like they're their own sit down and play video games using the voices of their parody characters really well. I think there's a game out there. Good.
Oh, I was just gonna say, they've gone from this is just the thing we do to just absolutely insane levels of just everyone on the internet knows who they are nowadays.
One of my favorite is a clip of Vegeta playing that game where you're toast, or you're bread trying to become toast.
I am bread, yeah.
I am bread. He's just so good. All right, so Dungeons and Dragons. Woo, woo, woo,
Whoop.
woohoo! So last time on Dungeons and Dragons, on Delving in Deep, on episode 8, we had a couple of things happen. The party.
Only a couple.
Only a couple. And correct me if I've misthemed any of this. Cranky old Cuber with the 2,000 bits. Thanks, pal.
Yay!
Fucking love you. Fucking appreciate it, man. They woke up from their night of owlbear baby slaughter.
Don't
Why do you have to say it like that?
Yeah.
Because it's the emotional connections that keep us deep in the game.
Or it's because you're a dick.
I feel
here we go.
terrible,
Let's
and
see if
I
I can
didn't even
explain.
do it.
Let's see if should I explain last week's events in the most horrible way possible, or neutral?
Yes.
Horrible?
Horrible.
Horrible.
Last week on Delving in Deep, after slaughtering baby owlbears, they continued to track poor innocent smugglers into the woods, where they then proceeded to tie them up, gag them, and hand them over to a monster who eats people.
Typical D&D session.
Sounds pretty good, man.
That's about right.
It's chaotic, but we're still good, right?
Those guys sound like my heroes.
I mean, what I've done has been perfectly neutral.
Neutral has a lot of wiggle room. Yep. Neutral has that much wiggle room. Okay, so then you get on the Pixie, and you meet. You don't get on immediately. You stop at Steven's, and Steven asks to join you because you've spotted.
Because he's a scared.
He's very scared. He packs a bag full of drugs. Shelt grabs a bag full of drugs. You get on the boat.
And a bong for Anthony.
A ship bong, if I remember correctly, which I almost never do. So, no, guys, it was a +1 longsword of bong. So you get on the boat, and there's a frog. Now you now have a first mate who is a giant frog, and currently fills the role as Jabo's animal companion.
I knew there was a spell I forgot to prepare.
Which one was that?
Speak with animals.
Speak with animals. Maybe we haven't started yet. You can hit that button. And the party sets sail, leaving Jellicoy at the end of the 8th session. 8 sessions in what will forever be known as Tutorial Town. No way that's a tutorial town. That's a fantastic place.
Yeah, I imagine we will go back there eventually.
Yeah.
I definitely imagine that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it is. This is D&D.
It's D&D. You can do whatever you want.
I'm a character in a world. I can do things. I have choices.
Yes.
And
Do you though?
and you sailed into the night, and you eventually found yourself. Let me pull up my. There we go. You eventually found yourself on the shoreline to a new city called Macedon. This city is a very large port city, less the Smuggler's Cove, and more one of the largest ports in the Chrolome city. Large beacons of large buildings, multiple story, 5, 6, 7 stories high, docks that stretch for hundreds of yards, hundreds of ships in them from all shapes and sizes, and it's already alive with energy. And as you all, one at a time, wake up and come out to the top of the ship and take in the view of the of this new city, the first and most prominent thing you notice is an abundance of naval ships.
First question, it's kind of important. How many days did it take, and am I no longer exhausted?
This was a
All that.
This was a overnight journey.
Okay, so I have 1 point left.
Yep, about 8 hours.
I'm no longer exhausted. Nice.
An overabundance of naval ships with the large white and blue flags flying the sigil of Chrolome, with cross cannons in front of it, symbolizing the Navy specifically. The dock is alive with both commerce and trade being loaded and unloaded from ships, but also sailors moving back and forth to the workings of the inner city. So.
Sounds like Bremerton.
I guess so, huh?
Stephen, one of the first ones to join you on the deck, takes in the city and looks to the group of you and says, "Whoa!"
That is an accurate assessment. Whoa.
Yeah, I'm gonna concur with the whole whoa thing. It's just nice to be out of Jellicoy. The pressure is off a little bit now.
So do we know the shape of the ship? What we need to do while we're here?
You could take some time to make an assessment. It would take most of the morning to get down to to a good analysis.
We should probably do that.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So what I'll have is 2 of you, or one of you at advantage, give me either a carpenter's tools check or a wisdom check.
I could give you a wisdom check.
I'll help you with this, Joy.
I'll give you a wisdom check.
No, it's yours. Your check, not mine. I'm just gonna help you.
So you have advantage.
Okay. So with a 23 and using your full crew, you each scour the ship for hull damage, mostly hull damage, what you're concerned about. The sails and the rigging seems fine. The mechanisms for steering and moving the wheel and all is fine. It's the repairs were enough to get you afloat and moving, at least this safely, at least as far this safely, and probably, a good solid, month of mediocre, rough to calm seas. But they are definitely patchwork, and you feel probably another 300 gold worth of repairs here, and that's in, quick labor, or quick labor paid all at once, or over the course of a week, you could get this thing back into a reasonable condition.
What's the time turnover on a quick?
So
All at once?
300 gold, 2 weeks, 500 gold, 3 days. You'd have to pay
2
for
weeks on 300 gold, 500 on 3 days?
Correct.
I don't think we have 500 gold. Who has the gold?
I believe.
I'm the one still carrying all of our money, which, was the. Oh god, my computer crashed before, and I had my calculator was what was up, keeping that up, and my computer crashed since the last game, and I hadn't written that down because that usually doesn't happen. It was.
Yeah, we just get whatever, the deputy.
It was
got, right?
800. I know it was 800 and something that we had still, because we kept doing stuff every time I tried to hand out the money. Tom, do you remember the shadow man in the
I don't know
back?
if he's
Tom?
here yet.
Oh shit! It was 800 and something. I know that much, but
I bet I
I'm
wrote
so
that
sorry.
down. Where's my book?
You wrote it down? Okay.
I might have.
I'm sorry, guys.
So
It's
many
okay.
things down.
We're not that disappointed in you.
He's like, I'm pretty sure it was 10,000 platinum.
Yeah, that sounds
I
right.
mean, like 30 platinum a piece, right?
Yeah, that
No,
all
that
sounds.
sounds about right.
If we get 10,000
Let's see.
platinum.
Let me look. I do have last session's notes. I can open them up. All the way at the bottom, you have scrolling up.
Plus 850 gold.
There you go.
850. Yeah, that's right. It was 850.
Yep, double check.
And
You're right.
then
Was that a piece or all total?
Total.
I remember it was 800 something total, and I had to spend at least 30 gold myself on making sure that we didn't all get fucked because of a mistake that someone in the party had made. Wonder who that could possibly be.
Hey, I didn't know we were going to be gone for 3 whole days.
What?
I was keeping up on it. It was fine. It was under control.
Anyways, though, so we each get 141 gold.
Okay.
141.
Yeah, we have 4 gold left over, which I will call my cleaning up everyone else's mess tax.
What's the number of what we got one more time?
141.
Thank you. 141. Adding that now.
And I'll take 145 for my tax.
Typical mercenary.
Yep. You know it.
So, Anthony comes up at after the end of it, and he says, "So, hey there, we're out of caffeine."
We're
not
out of-
doing this again.
Oh,
Well-
I'm sure we're out of a lot of things.
Yeah. Good thing we're in a port. We can find some caffeine. Have you? Green tea could hold you over, and while we look for coffee, right?
Is there caffeine in green tea?
Yes, there is.
yes.
Also, black tea.
How much? Like, how many espressos of
I would suggest drinking a whole pot.
Yeah.
Can we just eat the leaves? How do we?
No,
Just like a quick
I
cut
mean,
or kind of just put it in the gum. I've
that-
seen
that
work with,
might
like,
work.
tobacco.
Yeah, actually,
That might work.
Like a straight
Yeah, put a little
injection.
bit of a ginseng with that, and you should be
Oh
fine.
god.
Right, Joy? A bit of ginseng.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, absolutely. Give it a shot.
So-
Tell me what happens. I love a good experiment.
We did
no.
we did get out of there really fast though. Do you think that maybe we need supplies? Yes, we need supplies.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
Yeah.
We don't have a boat
Yes.
fund yet.
No, we don't.
All right, crew, we need boat fund.
Yeah.
I'm taking ideas.
Well, is it safe for us to stay here for a little while?
I
would hope.
think so.
Are we
yes.
being followed?
Not that I'm aware of.
Then
I would
probably
say-
fine.
I would say at least a couple days, maybe a little longer.
I wonder how expensive it is to keep the boat docked here.
That's a good question.
Ooh, that's a fantastic question. Maybe we should ask somebody on the dock.
Oh,
I'll look for the portmaster.
Good idea.
And as you get down, there is already somebody walking your way. Say, bookish type. He's got thick glasses. Tall human. He walks up and he says, "All right, hello. This is a Macedon dock. The fees are 5 gold per day of docking at this port. How long will you be staying, and what is your purpose here at Macedon?"
We're just passing through at the moment, but we don't know how long we'll stay. And I'll look back to Anthony. How long do you think?
Repairs. We were looking at the repairs, so 3-day option, or
at least 3 days, maybe 2
let's
weeks.
start with 3.
Yep, 3 sounds good. So that'll be 15
Yeah.
gold, yeah?
15 gold. Holds up his hand.
I'll put it 15 in his hand.
Takes it, pockets it, and begins to scribble on a notepad. Rips it off a receipt, and hands it to you, and says, "Oh, this docking slip, good for 15 gold worth of port docking fees. Additional fees may be incurred. Any damage to the dock property or disruption of dock work. So at the moment, 3 days."
Excellent. Thank you. And I'll go back on board and hand the receipt over to Anthony.
Steven, looking around, looks at the group and says, "Hey, I know I said I'm like cooking and all, but we could use some of them cooking implements."
Didn't Knox make
Yeah.
a whole bunch of them?
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
He did. Never
Plenty of
mind.
time.
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
fine.
no,
We're
it's-
fine.
it is.
Take all of that word back.
How much food? What kind of? Is there any kind of
says-
food on the ship, Stephen?
Hey, nope. Need some of that. I mean, definitely good on pots and pans, but we don't have any. Well, we have food. We have food. You guys brought some food.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
brought a bunch of owlbear.
Yeah.
And a whole like barrel
Oh, yeah.
full of different foods.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all are a little more prepared than I remembered.
Yeah.
My
a
note.
little
Yeah,
more
you're sitting here and you're like, all
prepared.
right, I got you at. No, they did that.
No,
Well,
they-
they have to. No.
How about nope? All right. Steven says, I'm just gonna be sorting the kitchens. I'll be down here. And he walks
Oh.
back down.
Never
awesome.
mind.
No, oh yes, did you have?
We don't have anything fresh though, right? So maybe breads.
Nothing
and-
fresh. I mean, technically you could give this to Joy, but since you're the cook, I'll just pull the cookbook out from the mayor's house.
Oh, hey, this is cool.
Yeah, you two could share this, right?
I mean,
Sure.
I don't need to. Yeah, no, I mean, who really owns anything anyway?
I mean, true. But yeah, cookbook.
Hey,
Stephen, you might stay away from my room with an attitude like that.
oh, come on, Joy, that's not cool. Besides, you got the good mushrooms.
I do got the good mushrooms.
I'll remember that next time we talk in friends and family discount. There, Joy. Noted. He walks away.
Oh,
with a
by the
smile.
way, I might need your help with something.
Oh, now she comes crawling back. It didn't even take. It took like a minute. 10 seconds. All right, we'll talk. I got you, Joey.
I know. I'm just messing with you, Steven.
Mhm. And with that, Anthony's kind of looking at the crew. And he's, what's on the agenda?
Food. We can hit the tavern, see if there's anything going on in town that's of importance that we should know about.
Exploration is always fun.
We should decide how we're gonna fund the repairs. Because it'll be 500 gold to get it done in 3 days.
So we see if they have a job board.
Mm-hmm. We need caffeine and a job board. Got
Caffeine job board. Rumors or anything that could be useful. It'd be nice to know
We can do
how
that.
safe we are.
Do that maybe at dinner. Like go find somewhere central to sit and eavesdrop and talk and chat.
Yep, sounds
Oh.
good.
Correct me if I'm wrong,
Mhm.
but we did just get a lot of money, and if we're all willing to sacrifice some of the lot of money we got, we do already have 500 gold.
Yeah.
It's true.
It is true.
Do we have an idea for that? I remember Anthony said something about that SIP fund. We can't keep dividing everything up, and we have shared property right now.
We could all throw in a fifth of what is there, 6 of us?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I put it this way. I propose 20% of everything we earn goes straight to the ship from henceforth.
Yes.
Hey, that's real prudent.
Prudency keeps me alive.
And right now, if we wanted to, we could each chip in 80 of what we just got. That would bring us nearly. We'd be 20 short of the 500 we need.
Oh, I don't mind chipping an extra 20 in here.
I'll hand the whole 100 over. Or is that calculated right?
Yeah,
From what-
that's calculated right.
Okay.
All right,
What
there's
am I looking at?
80.
I will put in 80.
I'll put an 80.
80.
Anthony will nod his head a bit and say, I'll get working with the guilds. We'll get this thing fixed up. 3 days. 3 days is what we want. We don't want a couple of weeks.
Oh wait, shit! Connor's not here. Here, let me. Yeah, I'll put an 80 too.
It's what Chrolome would do.
Yeah, it's for gods and come to church. Yeah. No, it'll be able
Don't
to
do drugs.
I'll take care of the repairs and the oversight. I'll get some food. I'll get us stocked up on repair supplies too. I got some money to pitch in. You find some useful work for the next 3 days, and then we'll leave.
All right. That
Sounds
sounds
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But check in every once in a while. I'm,
You get lonely.
I got Steven now at least, but
We'll check in. I'll bring you some caffeine.
Just loose caffeine, just caffeine.
No, we're gonna find some
Is
pills.
there like a pill form?
There might be.
Ooh.
It might actually be. Yeah.
Is there like a lotion? Can we do lotion?
I mean, do you like chocolate? We could maybe find the coffee beans and have them in chocolate.
Oh, the chocolate dipped coffee beans, that would be good.
If you, this is a big enough city, we might, you know what I like. All right, I gotcha. And he pulls out a single platinum and holds it out to Joy.
Ooh.
Find me something nice and caffeinated.
I'll get you something good.
I'd much appreciated.
+1 platinum. 4 captain.
There we go. You have a mission. That's my quest. I'm a quest giver now, guys.
Sounds good. Who wants to lead the way? I would like to maybe find a bookstore.
Maybe the portmaster would know where a bookstore is. Look this
And
up.
I have a little something I'd like to grab now that I actually have money.
Store, job board, port town, beaches. Ooh, I should read my book. Okay. Let's go.
Okay.
Alrighty.
As you start departing the ship, the frog starts to jump after the crew and follow, sticking close under the heels of Jabo. And Anthony, holds his hand out and says, "Hey, oh come on, Mr. Frog, where you going? I thought we was all right. You know that's cool. I get it. You know what? The rum. Maybe I share less next time. You have fun."
Bye, Anthony. Yeah, come along, little buddy. This is awesome.
Everyone's just being betrayed right now. Joy betrays Steve. The frog betrays Anthony. What's next?
Oh.
These top 10 anime betrayals.
It comes in threes. We're all about to get betrayed.
Yeah, so who's betraying who?
I realized I said little buddy, but he's a giant frog, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is he smaller than you?
I believe medium size. So he's
Oh, I thought he was a large.
Is he a
Let
large?
me double check.
Yeah,
I
go
think
ahead.
he's a large.
Oh jeez. He's not a riding frog at that point.
No,
is
he's
he?
medium. He's
Okay,
medium.
okay. So he's about half Jaybo's height, but wider. As frogs tend to be. And he's definitely not. He's leaping. So you're getting a few feet ahead of him, and he leaps. You get a few feet ahead of him, and then he leaps. You see him like trying to do the walking thing, but yeah, he's just leaping around.
I'm just checking him out. Like, yep.
That's what I expected. I think I need a name. Guys, I think I need to name him.
Well, why don't you ask him what his name is?
What's your name?
Let me.
And then I look around and I see Joy and I go,
His name's Squishy.
So, are you serious?
Yeah, is what he said. I swear.
I feel like I should check that one of these days.
He's my
Check
squishy, and I
it.
will protect him.
You speak amphibian?
I speak to animals if I want to.
Give me an insight check, Joy.
Insight. That's an I.
The frog seems to respond to the name, but not in like a that's my name kind of way.
Are you sure that's his name?
Yeah. Yeah, well,
I
Squish,
think.
follow me.
and I start walking.
He
I'm
doesn't
gonna-
hop after you right away.
I want to ask him. I want to ask him what his name is, and I will use a spell slot to do it.
Oh, damn.
So you cast Speak with Animals, and
Did that show up for you when I
Did
hit the cast button?
I'm just assuming that's what you're doing, but no, it
Yes,
did not.
it is.
You cast, and there it is. You cast it, and your ears kind of curve in a bit, and the frog looks at you, and he croaks, and you hear Doyle.
Doyle. His name is Doyle.
Thank you, Richard Doyle, patron subscriber. You are now Jaybo's forever companion.
Yes. Well, he's still squishy to me.
Imagine if that
I
was
feel
the
like you shouldn't call him by his name. It's polite.
Maybe they're like cats. They have like 3 names. The name they choose, the one that's given, and then like their true name.
The secret name. Oh.
Go ahead and give me an animal handling check, Jaybo.
Yes. Thank you. Come on, don't fail me.
That's pretty good.
He starts hopping after you again.
See, he likes the squishy name.
Sure. I'll call him Doyle, though.
I like squishy. I approve of squishy.
Squishy Doyle lets out a bit of a sigh. Joy. They go, fine.
Squishy. I mean, that's what I call myself.
As long as
when
this lasts 10 minutes.
it's fighting time.
This is as long as you don't call me late for dinner.
Oh, he's funny.
I can't even.
Guys, we need to find some caffeine for the captain.
Yes. Yes. Let's do it.
Okay. So where would you like to go first? And as you look at this sprawling city, I understand that it's not immediately obvious what kind of things you could find. But if it exists, it's probably here. So give it a shot.
I'll not go first because mine's dumb and simple. So
Okay. Aha, Tom. You'd be surprised.
Oh, Tom
Strip
is
club?
here.
So where are you looking to go, Shelp?
Party time.
all right, yeah. So I said I'll not go first, but I guess I
Oh,
will
you
go
won't
first.
go
then.
first. I thought you said you would go
Yeah.
first. Okay.
Nah, because mine's dumb.
Well, let's
Well,
hear
what
it.
do you need?
Well, I just want a disguise kit. That's my entire life, man.
Okay.
It's all about the disguise kits.
All right.
I don't know
Oh,
if that would be here. Maybe Bard College might have something.
oh, sneeze. Woo. All right.
Jesus.
So you looking around for some kind of disguise kit, and you know the components of a disguise kit. And give me an investigation check.
Investigation, fun.
Okay. You find half the pieces of a disguise kit spread out between 3 shops. There's hair and makeup in one location. There's some costuming pieces in another. You're missing some of the more specific tools, like insert
Alright.
toolkit here. But there's no. Oh, this still says Deputy Delvers. Look at that. But there's no specific like buy your disguise kits here. Fool people.
Yeah.
So we go to the surplus store. We go to the theater store. There's got to be a coffee shop in there somewhere with coffee beans.
You know,
We
if-
find Starbucks.
I
we
feel
find-
like this is like downtown Seattle.
when we
Absolutely.
find the theater kids, we find the coffee.
Oh, God.
How that works, I
find
feel like those aren't exclusive.
You'd be surprised.
The correspondence is real.
All right, there's custom text. Let me go ahead and get the episode.
Especially if it's
So
the ones
how-
that are
how-
writing.
So again, how much for the pieces I do find?
Not
Something.
expensive. This was
Glitter bugs.
3 silver.
To give you an idea, full disguise kit costs 25.
25 what, gold?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's fair. You find it for 3 silver. The rest will be more expensive.
Okay. So I find the beginning pieces for 3 silver.
There you go.
And yay, that's all of my silver. I could finally stop tracking silver.
Yay.
And then the disguise kit is 24 gold and 8 silver. 6 p.m. There you go. 6 p.m. Pacific. And we're set, and our stream is okay. All right, so you're looking for a coffee shop, and while you're looking around acquiring some of the pieces of the disguise kit, you do find several coffee shops. There seems to be a large chain of coffee shops. It's called Chrolome's Cup. There's a couple of small coffee shacks you've passed by with single attendants inside making coffee. And then there are bars that may serve coffee.
Anything that looks like a roastery, like a place that roasts their own.
Yeah, Chrolome's Cup looks to be that. It is as big as a bar, but it is simply a coffee shop.
Let's check that one out.
Okay. Yep. You walk in, and there are several people wearing these purple aprons. White and blue. Aprons. And they say Chrolome's Cup across it. It's got that emblem of the sail with a cup in the center, and several wavy lines of heat and smell artistically drawn into it with a pile of beans. It's a lot going on these aprons. There are several tables where people are sitting and lounging around, either drinking coffee, eating various cakes, or doing some light reading. There's a line, and a woman at the front says, "Hello, welcome to Chrolome's Cup. Please, is this your first time?"
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. We have a variety here. If you're looking for hot coffees, cold coffees, if you're looking to brew your own, we have that. We have a selection of delicacies. What is it you're looking for today?
I would like a cold coffee, and then I really need to get some chocolate, like coffee beans covered in chocolate, maybe?
Oh, you're looking to ingest directly. We have that just over here. White chocolate, milk chocolate, dark chocolate.
All
have
of
an
the above?
Oh, we can do all of the above. We have a chocolate platter. Um, it's just kind of a large selection of all our different flavored chocolates. It's a family size. Should last you about a week per.
We should get a couple of those to last a week.
I am
Oh,
afraid he's going to go through these really fast.
White
Well,
chocolate
we could give them to us treats.
or milk.
we can get a bunch and then tell him we only got so much. Maybe hide it somewhere on the ship.
Slowly break
Fine.
it out.
Can
Oh,
we get it?
it sounds like you have a coffee addict.
Yeah, yes, we do.
Yeah, then we're going to be sailing, and we need to have
Oh,
a
I love
form of
sailing.
coffee that stores real well,
Okay.
and that'll keep his morale up.
Ooh, okay. So you're looking for edible coffee, prepackaged and sealed tight to keep in the freshness. We've got some of that.
Exactly.
We've got some of that. All right. So we could do this. She starts rummaging through and she starts putting bags up on the top and says, "Well, each of these bags runs 2 silver. How many would you like?"
Oh,
I'm
shoot.
gonna just spend what he gave us.
Yeah, we should
Yeah.
maybe get some ground coffee to actually make espresso on
Yeah.
the ship, though, too.
Yeah.
The special syrups.
Do you have pre-ground?
Oh, we do have pre-ground. And she reaches in and she pulls up a variety of sizes of bags. We have small, medium, and large. Each of these are a 2 silver as well.
Can you accommodate a platinum's worth of coffee?
Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
She starts putting back all the individual bags. He says, "I'll be right back." And she walks into the back. And then she comes out
Buying in
with
bulk.
a large sack, puts it on the table, and she goes, "I'll be back again." And she walks to the back. And then she comes out with a box of assorted chocolate coffee beans. It says, "Several bags in here, unassorted, assorted, chocolate, white dark, and
That's
and milk.
wonderful.
But these are unground. We don't have
That's fine,
pre-ground
that's fine.
in the
Yeah,
big
we
bag.
can go pick up a grinder.
We can sell you a grinder."
Yeah, throw a grinder
Yes,
in.
throw in the grinder.
And she drops a small hand crank grinder, and she says, "With all this comes to 9 gold, 3 silver."
Perfect. And then I will give her the platinum, and you can keep the change.
Oh, you're sweet. Thank you so much. And anything else we can get you here at Chrolome? It's coffee. Cup.
I don't know, kid. Do you need anything?
You wouldn't happen to have a peppermint mocha, would you?
Oh, we can do a peppermint mocha. We certainly can.
Excellent.
And she starts putting together the peppermint mocha. Anything else? And what's the name?
Kia.
Kia. She does the whole Kia on a cup.
Fingers crossed it's spelt right.
It's not.
Somehow spells it wrong.
It's 3 letters. You'd think they'd get it right.
I know, right?
It starts out with a Q.
Or a Y in the middle.
Kia.
She finishes the cup after a while and calls your name.
I'll go get my cup. Okay, how much is it?
That would be 5 copper.
All right. I'll hand over a silver.
She makes quick change, hands you back 5 copper.
Thank you.
She looks to each of you and says, "Can I interest you in cakes, cookies, or mints?"
Ooh.
Oh, y'all are definitely in for a treat here. We have found a new way to make cake out of good berries.
Tell me more.
And
Tell me more. Like, does he have a car?
Tell me more. Tell me more.
well,
Sorry.
it's a little pricey. Good berries are difficult to come by, but what you do, and she starts to explain this process of regular cake baking, but mashing of good berries into in with regular blueberries, and then kind of caramelizing it and putting it inside the cake. It's She shows you an example.
Sounds delicious. I would love to get one.
Yeah, we have them. We have to make them fresh every day, as they only last
Of course.
for the day. This one here, though, 3 gold.
Done. 3 gold removed.
And you have a good berry cake for the next 10 hours. If you eat it within the next 10 hours, it will bring you up 10 health.
Oh, damn.
That's
Yeah,
10.
big time.
That's a lot of cake, though.
It's worth every penny.
It is a slice.
Plus 10 health a slice? Holy cow. I need to learn how to cook, guys.
Apparently cooking is going to be like a major plot point in this.
The recipe calls for a lot of basic things, but it calls for 5 good berries.
Well, that's... That... Mm-hmm.
And a cooking, of course, a cooking expertise. It was very hard to pick up what she was saying without that prior knowledge. So you'd think you'd have to acquire a full recipe or bring somebody down who knows how to cook.
I know somebody I could ask. Very cake. All right. Where to next, guys? A job board or the bookstore?
Whichever's closer.
Yeah.
Whichever we come to first, basically.
Okay, so go ahead and somebody
That's
give
correct,
me
please.
investigation check.
Not me.
I got a 0 to it. What do you have?
Got a +1.
I think it should be Kester, probably.
Probably should, but I wasn't going to volunteer.
Why not?
I don't know. Thought it'd be fun to let them do it. Investigation. 23.
Okay, so you easily start maneuvering through towards the center of town where you find the trade district. In this city square, it seems to be filled with all kinds of artisanal shops. Luthers, ceramicists, haberdashers, milliners. You see the bookstore, but what catches your eye particularly is a small shop, looks abandoned and boarded up, and a faded wooden sign that reads Sophie's Toy Shop. Aside from that, you will hear the voice of a small child coming from inside the shop as you walk by, and it says, "Please, mister, my brother's asleep and I can't wake him up."
Did you hear that?
I did? Is that coming from inside the shop?
It seems to be muffled by the boards and the door.
I think we should maybe tell people and see what that. We need to check that out. That
Yeah.
sounds
Let's
bad.
go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Who's going? Are we all going?
Yeah,
big
I'll
party.
go.
How are we getting in?
We'll find a way in.
Yeah.
Is the door open?
Well, so as you check the door, it does seem unlocked, and you can see from the window a small little girl. Looks to be about 8 to 10 years old in a faded red dress with a large bow. Brown hair, slightly mussed, curly strands loose from a braid, and she looks hopeful at you as you test the doorknob.
Do it.
Okay, cool. We're going.
I got your back.
We're doing it.
Want my
We're
back?
here.
Okay, cool.
Well,
This is a
here.
great plan.
I got a cake.
In we go.
Okay. You open the door, and it is a small toy shop. You see mostly empty shelves with the occasional stuffed animal or wooden horse. And the girl beams with a smile as she leans back as he says, "You look like smart folk. Will you help me wake my brother, Sasha? He's been, taking a nap for some time, and yeah, I want him to come out and play."
Yeah,
Where's Sasha?
How long is some time?
It's more long, like a really long time.
Oh,
Like in days?
Day, same day.
She looks thoughtful for a minute, and she says, "A really long time."
what was this character's name?
She hasn't given us a name
Yeah.
yet.
What's your
Yeah.
name?
I'm Shava.
Shava?
Shava.
She's
And
a
your-
She holds her finger up to her lips and says, "Shh. Others are still sleeping too. We have to be quiet."
Who else is sleeping?
who else is here?
She pauses for a moment and thinks thoughtfully and says, "The others."
Can I roll insight on her?
Sure.
She
I don't
scares
like
me
this
more
at
than
all.
the Oni.
I know.
Yeah,
right?
right?
She's a
Right?
small kid.
Thank you, Sandra. We
beckoning
appreciate
people
it.
in.
Me too.
Okay.
Thanks.
She seems honest, earnest, young, frightened.
And your brother's name is Sasha?
Yes.
How old is your brother?
She stops and she thinks thoughtfully for a moment and begins counting on her fingers and holds up holds up two hands and says, "About that many."
10?
Are they all asleep too?
What?
Your
God, I
brother is
might have
asleep?
misheard something.
Her brother is about 10 years old.
Oh,
and how
okay.
old are you, Shava?
She stops and she begins to count on her hands and she holds up two hands and says, "About that many."
About 10?
And she says, "Is that how that many is?"
I don't know. I didn't see what you held up.
She held up two full hands extended.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Fingers,
10.
all fingers.
Is your brother your twin?
No,
Where is your brother?
he's in the back.
Where's your
You can help me wake
parents?
him up? Oh, Mom stepped out. I'm sure she'll be back.
What about your father?
I don't know.
How do you guys feel about this?
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Not too good.
She
I'm going to. You know what? I'm in the middle of town.
Yeah, you are.
Mm.
yeah, you're
We'll hold
kind of
on to
at
that
the
card.
precipice
We'll
of
hold
this
it- we'll-
door, and
We'll
she's
hold on to that card.
okay. Yeah, you're kind of at the precipice of this door, about to, you're outside still. She's a few steps away from the door, and she's looking at you curiously. As she squints down, and she starts staring at the frog.
Alright, that's squishy right there. Feel free to pet him. Guys, though, I think we should just go in and bite the bullet. I know we're all fearing the same, but someone's got to do it.
Yep. I will I will be the first one to step in.
She'll reach up for your hand.
I'll take her hand.
Oh,
She'll start to
kill her.
She'll start to
Bye,
pull you.
guys.
She'll pull you
Is she
into
an
the
elf?
shop.
Wait. It's a small kid and elf.
So you step into this musty artisan shop. Sunlight emanating through the cracks of the window, illuminating particles of dust in the air. There's a workbench in the middle of the front room. It seems covered with rusted tools and disassembled pieces of several toys. Other toys laid scattered around the shop, slumped over and covered in grime. Whatever it is, this place looks like it hasn't been cleaned or taken care of in some time. There's a good thick layer of dirt.
Great.
Seems like
Oh.
a hovel.
And as she pulls Kia across the room, who's following?
I'll follow.
I'll be in.
Yeah, I'm following too.
Quick,
Okay.
follow before the door closes.
Guess I'll follow. Yeah, everyone's following.
And she's doing that like lean forward thing, trying to pull you along faster than you're
Yeah.
walking. And you hear something in the closet, and it is like somebody banging wood on wood.
Holy cow, guys! What was that?
Do you know what's in there?
She looks at you. No, cleaning broom.
Can I take a look?
Brooms don't make noises like that.
All right, you stay with the kid. I'll take a look at
Oh,
it.
thank you, J-Bo.
Yeah, and I'll walk over there and try to just open it like normal. I'm not
Okay.
afraid to no ghosts.
All right.
Right.
So
I'm
as you
afraid.
open this door, a small closet, you immediately see a couple of things, but they are all less important than the broom that leaps out at you and attacks you. So I'm gonna need everybody roll initiative.
She wasn't lying.
It's a broom.
I guess so.
Oh god.
How do I click on my figure? We haven't gotten the map. Or...
I'm about to say.
We're gonna mapless this.
Oh, okay.
If you can't beat up a broom before it's the broom's turn, I'll be surprised.
I love my my new +9 to initiative. Giving dank 25.
That's tasty.
All right, so Kyle, with that 25, you're gonna go first.
All right. Also, I wish I didn't have to every time set myself to shield. I wish Roll20 would remember I want to be shield. So I'm gonna go first. I get advantage on the attack because the broom has not gone yet. And just slap the thing with rapier.
Please do. That'll hit the broom.
Damage, sneak attack, advantage, and there we go.
All right, so 16 points of damage as you come in with the rapier, kind of grabbing the top end of the handle with one and bringing the rapier down, blunt in first, right in the middle as the broom cracks into and stumbles into the floor in pieces.
Mm-hmm.
You J-Bo, you barely had a moment to you were reacting fast, but before the broom even made it to you, Shelton reached up, grabbed it, and broke it in half.
Oh, good job, buddy. High five.
I'll reach up and high five. Sorry, I kind of took your glory there, but it saw the thing move, and I was.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm glad I have you for my back.
Yes.
J-Bo, I don't think that's how the phrase goes, but
Oh,
that's fine.
yeah. All right.
It's okay.
Yeah.
As Shava looks at the broom and looks at the group and says, "Oh, I guess I don't have as many chores to do now."
You've been doing chores? I beg to differ.
She puts a big goofy grin on her face. Hey, got me. Don't tell Mama.
How long's your mama been gone? You don't remember?
Too long. She'll be back soon, I'm
You
sure.
know what? Can I pick up the remains of the broom?
Yeah.
When we ask her questions versus her
Sure.
like responding to us, does her mood change when we ask questions? Like, does she seem much more serious and down?
Not particularly. She does seem like a happy little girl. But
Okay.
she does think about some of your questions. You're noticing time might be a difficult thing for her to understand and express. So she just thinks about it every time you've asked her a time-related question.
Interesting.
They did, Cedra.
So on
That went quick.
Yep,
That
so-
broom went quick.
Yeah, the broom died so fast.
She will continue
right.
to pull on. She'll start pulling on Kia's arm again. Come on, it's just back here.
Yep. I will follow along.
So
Got a
I'm
bad
good.
feeling about this, guys.
I think this is a lot more than just a workshop.
Oh yes.
Or I think it's a different kind of workshop.
Oh yeah. Wonderful.
We're gonna have a lot of fun here.
For sure.
So as you get to the back room, she pulls you around, and this it's smaller, and it seems to be packed full of the toy maker's creations, most of which are dolls, puppets, modrons. Slumped against the back wall is a large creature. It seems made of clay. And Shava approaches the golem and points and pokes it with her arm and turns to you and says, see, he won't wake up.
I'm gonna look at my party members and ask, what is that?
I don't like it.
History? Or can we roll for anything for that, Casey?
You may roll a history check, Kester. Anybody who is proficient in history may roll a history check.
I'm more curious to see if she
19?
looks like the puppets around.
Give me a
Like, is-
perception check. As you take a moment to study the little girl. Kester, this is a clay golem.
Mm-hmm. Yay. Is that outlawed?
It depends on how it was created. So probably.
End of the manual. Cool. Cool.
Oh no. Oh
So,
no.
Larry, at
This
a
is gonna be
13...
sadder than the owlbear babies.
It is.
At
Don't
a
worry, we're not gonna put her down.
13, you
Not
notice
here.
as you take a moment to study Chava, that she's got some stitching just past the sleeve. Barely, just a couple of stitches is all you see, but it's the only thing that stuck out to you. Hidden under the dress.
Well,
She looks at you expectantly. Can you help me wake him up?
we can certainly try.
I can't.
I have no idea. I want to look at it. I'm too intrigued. Let's do it.
Okay. So, what are you looking for?
It's gonna fucking slap me when I get up there.
So, give me an investigation check.
Oh, sure.
During that time,
Shelt, can you give me a hand with this?
Yeah, I'll look over it with you.
Okay, thank you.
Never mind.
Unless someone else wants to help me.
I mean, I'll take a look.
Actually, a magic user would be preferred. I'm gonna change you out, Shelt. Sorry.
My curiosity is
All right.
intrigued.
Fuck
So
yeah.
you want an investigation?
Let's do it.
If Shelt's nowhere near the kid, I want to actually let him know what I've seen about the kid being a doll.
Same thing, doesn't matter.
Okay. How would you say that?
Shop. You see right
Yeah.
there? Looks like there's a little bit of stitching on her. That's not normal on humans, right?
I'll look at it and go. No, that's a little bit more than, what you get from stitching up a wound or something. I don't like this place. I don't like this place at all.
Well, do we keep doing what she wants us to do, or I don't handle these situations very well.
I think for right now we follow along. Yeah.
Okay, I'll watch.
As you get closer, Kester and Joy, to the golem, Chava will say, "I've been looking for his woofie. Maybe he loves his woofie. Maybe if we find it, he'll be excited to play with it and he'll wake up."
What's his woofie?
It's a little figure shaped like a wolf. The legs were broken. So mom was fixing it.
Is there a toy that looks like a wolf around?
You may look around. Perception check.
Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum.
Okay. You begin looking around the area, the workshop, and the back room, and with a 10, you're not finding anything that looks like a toy wolf.
I love that you say wolf.
What's your passive?
16.
Okay, yeah, you can't miss this thing. So on the workbench on the outside, you see a small wooden wolf alongside a couple of other incomplete toys. The wolf itself is intact in the main room.
I will go and pick it up.
Okay. And behind you, Shava's been following. She says, "Hey, that's it. That's Woofy." And she holds her hands out for the wolf.
I'll give it to her.
Okay. Kester, this is a source of command for clay golems. So this is how they come to life and how are they controlled. And Shava runs back to her little brother and says, "Hey, Sasha, wake up! I have Woofy." And the golem, the eyes begin to glow a deep red as it turns its head and scans the room, reaches out for the wooden wolf, and then holds it close.
Something else.
It just stands up and kind of observes. And Shava delights. She booms, "Sasha, you're awake. Let's go watch the magicians."
The magicians.
The magicians?
And Shava grabs the golem's hand and begins to pull it out to the main room and starts looking out the windows through the boarded up windows. And there is some street performances.
I'm gonna lean over to the closest party member and say, "I think there's a reason the windows were boarded."
Yeah, so people don't look in at whatever this is.
Yeah.
What are they?
That is a golem. This is someone's very different kind of toy workshop.
Can you sense if it's arcane or not?
I could,
then
but
you would-
some people might come looking for me.
Dang.
If we want to give me the chance, do we care if I'm looked for?
I mean,
it would be taking
we
them.
don't need to put that kind of risk in our first day, do we?
I will put this out there. It would be leading them to a place that's already potentially arcane.
And as such, putting all of these people in danger.
And
But
she
are
said there's
they
more than
people?
one person. I think.
And
I
how
wanna
long
look
has it
for a
been
book or
since the
notes.
person has been here? Because look at this place.
Yes.
And then Jabo is gonna actually peer with them because such mages and stuff like that are typically outlawed. I'm more curious about that now that
Okay.
the contradiction.
You're looking out into the streets of the city, and you see the bustling of people, and there are the only thing you can see that might be close to the description are some street performers currently juggling, and they seem enthralled, looking out at the streets, or the little girl does. It's really hard to read emotions on a clay golem. He's more towering over her and looking out the window.
I mean, they don't seem threatening.
Yeah.
I don't think she'll cause problems. It'll be a problem if she gets mad at someone. That could be a problem.
Yeah.
That thing probably won't go down easy. Yeah, I kind of want to take some more time in this workshop.
Okay.
It's
Well, I was
actually,
thinking-
She turns
If
around
we
and says,
don't-
"You want to play?"
perhaps.
She rushes over, grabs you by the hand, and starts
Oh, no.
pulling you to the back room.
Yep, sure. Let's do it.
And Kester is
Bye,
never
Kester.
seen again.
Kester is
we-
never seen again. I throw
we're all
I throw
leaving.
my
We're
spider
all
to one of
leaving,
my
right?
the party members.
Yeah, we're all leaving, right? Just leave them to it.
I'm gonna plop Ramor in front of someone.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna put Ramor in front of someone till they can take my spider with them.
I'll
Only
pick up the
200
spider.
yards.
I mean, the
Give
spider
it to
can go.
the druid. Give it to the druid.
Sure, take my spider.
She
Yeah,
pulls.
fine, give it to the druid.
She
Put it
pulls
in
you
my
back
hair.
The spider will jump 3 times if I need help.
to the back to the
Bum, bum.
to a side room. There's a back room. There's a side room, and it looks like living quarters. It's a small area. You see a bed and a table. This whole room has been tossed. Looks like searched and torn up. But there is a table, a small table in the center with a couple of chairs and a tea set. And she sits. She beckons you to sit down at the chair and says, "Let's have tea." And she sits across from you in a little chair and begins pouring imaginary tea into little cups.
Yeah, sure. Let's have tea time.
I love that this is you, by the way.
Yeah.
What?
I love that this is your character that's having tea time.
Yep.
Yeah.
So weird.
The
Okay,
golem,
I'll take
Okay.
the tea.
the golem will sit wordlessly as well in a third chair, but he's huge, his big arms and little delicate hand reaches in and holds a
Oh
teacup.
my gosh, that would be an adorable picture.
Yeah.
And she pours you tea, and then she'll bring it up like any little girl, and she pretends to drink the tea, and she looks and says, "So how was your day?"
It's been very eventful.
Tell me about it.
Tell you about it? Actually, I have a friend who really likes coffee, so we just bought him a large amount of coffee.
What's coffee?
Coffee? It's a how do I say this?
Tea
It's
for
kinda like-
grown-ups.
It's kind of like tea, except it helps you stay awake.
Tea helps you stay awake too.
Does it? I don't know that.
Yeah.
And so what is everybody else doing? Go ahead, sorry.
Oh no, go for it.
So, I mean, we can't just leave them here.
Can't we?
I no longer fear for our lives.
Yeah,
And
guys,
they would
just keep-
keep Anthony company.
You want to take a little girl and a little girl that might be a doll and a clay golem on the ship.
Oh, she's a zombie.
I mean, I'm not going to just leave a
But
little
you think
girl.
you're having tea? I don't
Oh,
hear any of that.
Yes. out of character. This girl's a flesh golem.
Oh,
We can't just, leave a little girl behind. And we could use extra hands.
could we?
Especially if they don't have to eat.
That's true. I don't
And
know.
again, Anthony gets lonely.
He did just lose his frog friend.
He did. We could bring him a golem and a little girl.
All right, that's so weird. Like, I just want my opinion on the table. You saying that out loud with words made all of this weird.
Excellent. I mean, it was weird. It was weird to begin with.
And why
Brought
can't
you
we
a little
leave
girl
them
and a
here?
golem.
I mean, it could bring undue attention to the town.
I mean, I guess so. Can we leave them here while we go to the bookstore? I don't want to take them to the bookstore.
That could work. I mean, yeah, that could definitely work. We could do that. Yeah, leave Kester here with them. We go to the bookstore.
Kester can stay and have tea.
Yeah. Kester can stay and play.
Should
Kester,
we
I'm
ask
gonna leave
Kester?
this shipment of coffee here, and we're gonna go to the bookstore while you have your tea party. Is that okay?
Who are you telling that to?
You. I'm
How are
yelling
you
it
telling
in,
me?
yelling it into the other room very loudly.
You hear first of the little girl shouts back, "He can definitely stay and have tea. We have so much tea."
I really do hope this is another trap for Kester to get like more training.
That's fucking. That's the plan. I just go around the places, find all the strange magic people, and learn all their secrets. Sure, I
Sounds right
think.
to me.
You live in my dream life, Kester.
I'm gonna change it. I'll be the best little girl there is.
I hope that makes no sense to anyone who hasn't seen Twitch chat or watches it later.
Oh, man.
some sort of magic training. Twitch chat is saying, "I'm gonna train you how to be a little girl." He's gonna be excellent at tea parties.
Oh my god. Yes, I'll stay. Yeah, I'll stay. We'll figure this out.
All right.
Proficiency in performance, but only
Already
for
have
fake.
that.
But only for fake tea parties.
But I already have proficiency with performance.
Okay, so that's
Alright.
what you're gonna do. You're gonna leave Kester with the two golems drinking tea.
I think so.
Okay. So you make your way out of the shop, and a couple people glance in your direction and notice you leaving, but go about their business otherwise. They don't give you a second thought. And you find yourself in the city streets of Macedon. The sun is high. Straight above looks to be around noon, and the crowds are thick. You do see the bookstore is across the city square.
Okay. Guys, I see the bookstore. I'm gonna go over there for a minute.
Yep, I will join you.
Okay. You walk in, or whoever walks in, and it is it's not, how to describe this one? It is kind of an open air feeling. There's one large shelf that spans the entirety of the left, back, and right wall. And then the rest of it is this open seating area with a couple people perusing through books. And a large bearded man greets you as you walk in. A large bearded dwarf greets you as you walk in. And he says, "Hello, welcome to Bearded Books. What can I do for you? We got books and I got a beard." Get it?
Bearded books. That's amazing.
Isn't it amazing? I like it too. Thank you so much. 10% off for the person who likes bearded books names.
Oh, you're so sweet. I'm looking for books on plants and things in Ektoon's territory, and maybe something on some history. I don't know. I just really like to read, and I'm looking for something interesting because I'm about to be on a long journey, and I want something to read.
Oh, that's actually too bad because all of our books are on beards.
Seriously?
Yo, not at all. That would be a horrible business, but it would at least have some good books.
Yeah, no, that would be terrible.
All right.
I'm now curious about those books on beards, though.
You would be, Kia.
We do have a couple on the styles of beards per territory. It's a fantastic read, mostly pictures, though.
It's the perfect kind of book.
It's really more of a magazine.
Oh. I think maybe I'll just look around for a little bit.
All right, then. You could tell the topics are organized from least to most interesting. So if you want to start on the right side, that's the most interesting side.
Most interesting.
No, I'm kidding. That would be a horrible way to lay out books. It's it's actually by theme and alphabetical.
Okay.
Plants are there.
I'm just gonna peruse.
Right next to potatoes. No, really, there's not a lot of books about potatoes. That would be a horrible theme bookshelf area.
No, I mean, 100 Ways to Cook a Potato might be an interesting read.
I mean, I've read 101 Ways to Cook an Egg.
That's a great book idea. 101 Potato Cooks.
I mean, you can fry them, and I'm gonna walk away just up towards the books. You can mash them.
Boil them, stick them in a stew.
Oh my god.
All right, so anybody looking for a particular book, you can roll an investigation check.
I'm not looking for anything in particular, just something that catches my fancy.
Something that catches your fancy. So
Yeah.
go give me a
Reference,
D100.
maybe, but
I too am looking for a book in the same fashion.
Okay.
63.
Okay. At a 63, you scan and peruse through the books. The first thing that really catches your eye seems to be an adventure novel. It's the first time you've seen an adventure novel in 3 parts. It seems to be a trilogy of sorts.
Is this the whole trilogy in one, or is this one of the trilogies?
You see, it says book 1 of 3 and book 3 of 3, but there is no book 2 of 3.
That would stink.
Shoot, I'll grab both of them.
Okay. They are called Diamonds at Dusk.
Diamonds of Dusk.
At dusk.
What's the number of the third book?
Number 3 of 3.
No, I mean like for my notes when you ask me to refer back to what I rolled.
Oh, just give me the title.
Okay.
That's always for
Diamonds
drugs.
of
The roll to
Dusk.
I don't have 101 books like I normally do. Like
Original.
I have for drugs.
Drugs are easier.
Yeah, I mean, I could prepare. I know you guys are going to find drugs eventually. I don't know that you're going to, find books eventually. Who knows? All right, so that's right, Tom. A list of books would be cool. All right, so Kia with a 35, you're perusing, and you find yourself at a junction as there's you find both something on biographies of great paladins, and then a back room with a black curtain, which looks like it leads to more adult themed books.
I'm gonna go that way. I'm just big cheesy grin walking through that door.
Okay.
Bye, Kia.
Bye, Joy.
In the back there is a single shelf. It's lit, not particularly a creepy section. It's just curtained off, and there is illustration books. There are romance novels, and then there are adventure novels that are like more risque.
I look at those ones.
Okay. So with that as you're perusing through, you find one that's called Winter's Wail. And the author notes in the summary indicated is an epic tale of a barbarian and his journey into manhood and trials and tribulations that come with tribal life in the cold region of Ectune's domain.
I may make that purchase.
Okay. Winter's Wail.
Alrighty. How much does it cost?
So both these books, you get to the front and it tells you they are 1 gold each.
Okie doke.
Same for me.
Both of you.
Minus 2 gold plus 2 books. Plus 1 mission to find book 2.
Yeah.
And the summary behind yours, Joy, so I can say it and get it written, is a tale of it's a sprawling tale of adventure that is about darkness descending on the world and the last bits of light and hope vanishing, and then the people who strive to save it.
This sounds wonderful.
It's very own
Nothing
Lord of the
like real
Rings.
life.
Yeah. Okay, so with that, he rings you up and he says, I'll look into potato books. I think I'm interested in at least getting a single potato shelf now. I heard there's these ways of slicing potatoes really thin and deep frying them that come out pretty good. But, potatoes.
Where's that book on beards, by the way? I have a dwarf friend who could benefit from it.
Oh, yeah, that's the, well, you want the risque one or the autistic one?
The autistic one.
That's a shame. Nobody wants the bearded
Actually,
risque one.
no. Let's get with the risque one. That would be a great prank.
Oh, Kia, you're so funny.
I know. He'll open up and be like, oh.
He leads you back to the back room, and it is a collection of bearded. It's an illustrative book with the theme of like bearded dwarf women. and how their braids are very sensual in dwarf fashion. Like you'll see one, and she's like laying on her side. She's got her hand propped up in a very nice bit of lingerie, and the beard is actually braided down and covering out the sensitive bits.
He'll love it. He'll turn bright red, and he'll never admit it, but he'll love it.
There's one. It's got a dwarf in a skirt, and the braid's coming out of the skirt.
Do you have one of these, but also dwarven men?
And he stops and says, "Why would I have one of those? That sounds gross." No, really, it's right here. And he reaches up and he pulls it down.
I will take them both.
One gold each for these books.
Okay. Worth it.
Oh man, Nox is gonna be so surprised.
I'm putting it down as dwarf beard erotica.
The things I'm forced to describe here. Forced. 'Cause that's what's happening.
Beautiful.
All right. And
Not
along
bored
with,
then.
yeah, along with that, you saw a variety of cookbooks. There's definitely there's plant stuff. There's histories. All the very generic topics that you may or may not be interested in. Most of them.
I already have one that I need to finish reading on plants and magic histories. Can I get a book on the history of Ectoon?
There are a couple of books that dive into that territory. There's some that focus on the war. There's some that focus on the religion, and there's some that focus on the clerics and the paladins.
I would like one that focuses on the war and one that focuses on... Shoot, I want one of each. Dang it. I want the one that focuses on war and the one that focuses on the religion.
Okay. Yeah, and you'll find one gold each. All these are very similarly priced.
Ectoon religion. You know what? There's just one of each category? Or is there a bunch?
There's a couple of each. You pick through to find the one that suits you the best. They're kind of overlapping. It's like many people have talked about, the American Civil War. There's a lot of people. You don't need all the Civil War books.
Yeah. Ectoon history. For the history one, do any of the war ones seem like they might also have like political history?
The closest for Ectoon particularly, the one about the clerics and the paladins seems to cover more recent history. And that one would have politics in it.
All right, I'll pick up that one and the war one.
Okay.
You know what? I'll grab all three of them.
Yeah.
One on each.
You have what, 5 books at this time?
I don't want to talk about how heavy my bag is getting.
Yeah, no, and books definitely take up a lot of room and a lot of weight. But you look like a that studious student in high school with carries all their books in their book bag rather than their locker.
Hermione.
My school didn't have lockers.
We had to pay for ours.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like a yearly rental thing. It was stupid.
Ooh.
California.
We had to rent our locks if we didn't have our own, but I just bought one.
Ours were just built into our locker. Anyway, the way these books are going to work is that if you'd like to reference them to assist you with the history check, you could spend an hour and get advantage on any history roll.
Cool.
So back in the tea shop, Kester, she has she's continuing to pour tea, but it looks like she's on a repeat. After going through a sequence of asking you questions about you and talking about her day, asking the Golem, who doesn't respond, a series of questions. She starts over when she pours a new cup of tea for you, starts asking you those same questions again.
Okay. We'll see if we can sequence break and jump ahead a question.
Okay. She will. It's not necessarily a. She will answer your question. There's not a set series of responses for her. She will eventually go back to the previous questions she asked you before, but it's natural. When you get to the loop again, it's more like she forgot that you've been having this conversation, that you've been having tea.
That's good. I'm gonna ask her about what she thought of my friends.
What friends?
Okay then. They were with me a little bit ago. They went to a bookshop.
Oh, that's fantastic. How long have they been gone?
Yep.
20 minutes or so?
Oh, I hope I get a chance to meet them.
Maybe you will. I see. Well, I think, I'm at a loss. Do you think I could have a look around?
You want to play hide and seek?
That might be an option.
She says, okay, I'm gonna go hide. You count to 10. And
I'll
she
count to 10.
dashes out of the room and then comes back. No peeking.
Of course.
And she runs off into the other room. Thanks, Tom.
Tom, you were so mean.
2, what is this thing? I have 15.
Tom says, I will become a $50 patron supporter if you leave him there.
It'd be
That's
such a
pretty
good
funny.
way to kill him.
It would be.
All right,
1.
boys.
I will count to 10.
Every now and then we'll just have a Groundhog's Day episode with
Dude, just me and there. Dude, I'm with 10-second Tom.
You count to 10, and what do you do?
This is interesting. We're going. Is the Golem still with me?
The Golem went out with the little girl.
The Golem went out. Okay, that's gonna be really easy to find. Good to know. We're going to look for her, but not look for her.
Okay. As you walk out, you there's a big curtains, right? The first thing you see is the Golem is hiding behind curtains. You can see the curtain bulge. You can see the little girl feet in front of him. And a little bit of a giggle.
I'm gonna act like I didn't see that.
Okay. As you walk past, what would you like to do?
I want to check the workspace out.
Okay.
For like any design, something like that.
Give me an
Tools.
investigation check.
Let's see what she got. That's not very good. Turn that advantage off.
No, you're fine. Leave it on. I know how to look what's on the left and what's on the right side. So you look around, and you spend a little bit of time on the workshop bench. There's several tools, artisan tools, tinker's tools, woodcarver tools. But it does look like the workbench has slots for more tools and toolkits that aren't present. Looks like the mundane stuff has been left behind, and maybe there was more that was taken. That's kind of the general feeling you get. Like the room's been tossed. Arcane implements and things that would make golems has been taken, and this place has been abandoned. That's kind of your
general gist of it.
Yep.
That's sad. We'll find her.
Okay. So you go back and you find the little girl, and she goes, "You got me. Okay, it's your turn."
Oh, it's my turn. Shit.
She turns around and she starts to count. 1, 2.
Yeah, let's go
Use
look
all
around
the
the
stealth
house.
skills Schultz has taught you.
Yeah, give me a stealth check.
Let's go, Schultz. You've taught me well, raising my natural 1 voice.
I also want to hear where you're gonna hide, like a
Where am I gonna
cupboard, a dryer.
Oh,
And then she forgets that he was ever
behind
there.
the curtain.
Yes.
Yes, he did.
And then so do we. And then Tom gives us $50.
Where's my stuff? I'm trying to think where I want to hide, actually. I mean, I'm okay at stealth. Is there a cupboard? I'm gonna hide in the upper cupboard.
So I'll give you. Okay, so you're gonna climb onto the cabinets.
Yeah.
And hide on top or inside.
We'll get inside the cabinets. This is
Oh my god.
It's very loud. But
Of
you
course.
managed to hide. And with that, we're going to skip back to the rest of the group. What are y'all doing?
I feel like Kester's doing something incredibly stupid right now.
And we should go find
I
out.
am.
So you head back
Yeah.
to the toy shop?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. You get to the toy shop, and it's boarded up and closed again. Oh, still. The door's unlocked, and as you go in, you don't see any sign of life.
Oh, don't see any sign of life.
No, it's empty as you remember before, but you don't see Kester, the little girl, the Golem in the main room.
Check back in that little room that they had where they're having tea.
Empty. The table and the tea set is there, but no little girl, no Golem. You have to pass through the back room. You didn't see the little girl, the Golem, or Kester there either. The house is quiet. Very quiet.
This isn't right. Hello?
Kesta!
You don't hear anything, Kester.
Oh fuck!
And with that, we're going to take a break.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We'll see you all after a 10-minute break.
I hate you. Jason.
Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-ba.
Oh, y'all can giggle all you want. Giggling's fine.
Giggling about dwarf porn.
Oh no.
Not the dwarfs.
Turn y'all down.
You
little bit.
leave Nox alone.
We're so mature.
That's the idea. We'll leave him alone with his dwarfs.
Yeah.
I'm very
Give him some
mature.
alone time.
Pshaw.
Mm,
Hey, look,
We'll
who joined
never
us in
see
the
him
break.
again.
I'm not there.
I rushed them, so you may see people eating. I didn't actually rush them.
No, you gave us 10 minutes.
They just, I know, eating sometimes is a thing that takes more longer than 10 minutes. I hope you don't mind seeing a little sausage on screen.
You ever seen that meme that's the thinking about butt fucking meme? And it's just two panels and it's a guy out with his girlfriend. And the girlfriend goes, "What you thinking about?" And it's him sweating. That's just this server, not the server, but this thing, but dwarf porn. Just all the time.
Oh, man.
That's
Oh, no.
episode.
No. Although the
So
cheddar
how's
sausage
that
sounds
clay
great.
golem with his woofie?
So, yes, you find yourselves in the toy shop, and it is empty of Kester, Golem, and Little Girl.
Like empty, or we just don't see them?
Well, you don't see them. The toy shop is not empty. All the things that were in it before are in it now.
Where are they? Kesta!
That is the question of the evening. Kester, get your dumb ass out here.
No
He would
response.
snark back.
Yeah.
What about Shava? Shava! Sasha! Do I see Woofy around anywhere?
Who touched salsa?
Give me an investigation check.
Investigation.
You know, I feel like I shouldn't have to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Let's not split up.
With a 20, you look
Looks like
around
Kester.
and you see amongst all the other toys a felt doll has the same dress as Shava.
I'm gonna go pick that up.
Okay.
We don't see any Kesters around in doll form, do we?
Give me an investigation check.
And I've been meaning to get myself one of them Kester dolls.
Send me one if you get one. I would like one.
Didn't you
you
know
don't
that the
see any
Kester
dolls.
doll is the hit toy of the Christmas season, everyone? Get them for your kids now.
I've been meaning to get me one of those.
And
Kester doll,
you
that's
can
good.
get
Yeah.
later on we'll release the version of it that's next to a dude in a red cloak and has a rope around his neck.
New game called Runaway Kester.
It'll be a hungry black fist. Except instead of little pebbles, it's little people.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
This is the future I want.
Same.
Where we have our own merch game and it's just horrible shit.
It suits us.
It really does.
So yeah, you
I mean, it's a...
go ahead.
No, never mind. Joke. You're the DM. Go ahead.
So you have the little doll that looks like Shava. If I remember my notes, red faded red dress, brown hair, curly, and this dress is bright red.
Guys, look, I found a doll that looks like Shava.
Oh, that's not incredibly worrying at all.
No.
Great.
Oh.
Too bad none of us can sense magic.
No, we
I'm
love.
sorry, I'm missing.
Actually,
Are you there yet?
Yeah.
I don't know where I am.
You were there the whole time.
I've been apparently here the whole time.
Oh, hi, Nox.
You've been awfully
Yes, we
quiet.
know.
I thought maybe you were mad at us or something.
Maybe we couldn't hear him because he's so short.
I overheard your conversation in the bookshop.
Anyways, maybe we should see if there's any magic stuff going on here.
It's at that moment you see in the doorway to the back room, Shava, standing there looking at you. She says, "Please help! My brother's asleep and I can't wake him up."
Interesting. Show me.
She rushes over, holds her arm out to grab your hand.
I will take it.
And
Bye, guys.
Oh, no, we're going away. No. Last time we split up, we almost got eaten. No.
And she grabs your hand and she leads you into the back room. And in the place of the large clay golem is a clockwork mechanical creature. And she walks up to it, pokes it, and says, "See? He won't wake up. He's been sleeping for too long."
What's his name?
This is Cassie.
What would his full name be? Kessie sounds like a nickname.
It's Cassie. It's my brother. Help me wake him up.
This is what happened to your other brother?
Yeah, where's Sasha?
She looks confused for a moment, thinks, and says, "No, I only have one brother."
You think if we kill her, we get Kester back?
That's not a very nice thing to say in front of a child.
No.
Yeah, it's not a child.
And I point out the stitches on her arm. I assume they're still there, right, Casey?
Yeah, they are. This is the same little girl.
That's creepy as fuck.
Oh, she says, "Hey, where'd you get my doll?" She holds her hand out to Joy.
Don't give it to her.
I found it in the other room. What does Cassie need to wake up?
He's got a favorite toy. Maybe that'll help.
What's the toy?
It was a toy. It was a book.
Of course, it was a book.
Oh, it was a book, of course. Nox, what do you know about golems?
I know very little. I know it takes a lot to make one.
How does a toy turn someone that's a person into another toy?
I have absolutely no fucking clue.
What do we do?
Look to the first answer for your answer there.
Don't give me your religious riddles, Nox.
He doesn't know.
He says he doesn't know.
I was saying I don't fucking know for the second question. I was saying I already said don't fucking know. I've already answered.
She says, "Oh, hey, a frog." She walks over to the...
You leave Doyle alone.
Squishy.
I can't play with the frog?
I don't know. The last person we left here to play with you turned into a mechanical robot.
She looks confused and perplexed and says, "What are you talking about?"
Well, when we left this shop a little bit ago, Cassie was Kesta, my friend.
No, that can't be right. Cassie's my brother, not Kester. Cassie.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look over the little mechanical bullshit here. How much like Kester does it look?
Give me an investigation check.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Okay.
What am I rolling advantage? Sorry.
It looks none of the facial features are perfect. Like this doesn't look like just a metal version of Kester. It looks like a simile. It's a humanoid shape, about his height, in similar clothing, but the clothing's different. It's got a wooden sword attached to its belt, and all the joints, of course, are this mechanical bronze and copper.
Great.
And they motion to Joy to come closer.
Mm-hmm. What is it, Kia?
Perhaps we should get the little girl out of the room and take apart the robot. Maybe Kester's inside.
Everything I know about medicine says that's a bad idea, and everything I know about mechanical things, which is not a lot, but I did grow up with gnomes, says don't do that.
I mean, what other option do we really have?
What if we take him apart and we can't put him back together again?
What if we activate him and it kills Kester?
I don't even know how to activate him. And when we
You gave him a book.
yeah, his book. I'm sure that's great. But when we activated the other thing, it just stayed a clay. It didn't turn back into a person. Do you think that was a person too? And what happened to it?
Probably was a person.
It was probably a person.
Kester, coming back to you. You enter the cupboards, and the world falls away.
Not again.
And then it comes back. The toy house, the toy shop you find yourself standing in is new. It's clean, at least. Toys line the shelf. Various kinds of rocking horses, stuffed animals, bells and bops and hoops and things. And a little girl and a large bulbous man stand in the doorway, and the little girl says, "Hello. You here for a toy?"
Yes.
Mom left a little bit ago. But maybe I can ring you up. What do you need?
I need what kind of plushies do we have?
What kind of what?
What kind of plushies do we have?
Like stuffed animals?
Yeah, stuffed animals.
Bear, turtle. There's a owlbear.
Oh, I'm Owlbear.
Owlbear?
Just Albert.
Oh no.
Absolutely.
Oh no.
The little
Is it
girl.
Knox's birthday coming up?
Little girl runs behind the counter and starts bringing you up for. Starts writing down some notes and says, I don't know how much that is. How much do you think that owlbear is worth?
Does it have a price tag?
Does not.
Does not have a price tag. I would. God, I don't want to rip off a little girl. What the fuck? I don't want to overpay either. I'd call it about 2 silvers.
2 silver? Okay. Chills out her
So
hand.
I pay this girl 2 silver.
All right. She takes your 2 silver. Says, "You want to play?"
Is it okay for you to play with strangers?
It's fine. My big brother will look out for me. And the big bulbous human, about the size of the Golem, is a bearded man with a shaved head. He looks simple, but he grunts.
Right.
Does she have stitches?
I don't know about the stitches.
You don't see any stitches. The dress is not faded.
Yeah, so it looks like are the windows? What's going on outside?
The windows are black. They're not boarded.
There.
There's nothing, no light penetrating.
Really?
The room you're in is lit. And in fact, as you look around, you're not sure from where.
Does your mother only make toys?
Yeah, she's really good.
Yeah, I can tell. She make all of these from scratch?
She did. Look, hey, and she grabs your hand and she starts to pull you back into the back room.
Okay.
And she made all of these. And you see stock of like the back room before, but it matches the front room in quality, but it's just kind of overflowing with various toys.
Yeah. Are the tools back?
Give me a... Oh, yeah, they're all back. You see all the... Okay, so here's what you see. Let me sit up. You see the tinker's tools, the carpenter's tools. Next to all that, you do see some sigils and an open book. And then some components, spell components, littered across the front. Give me an Arcana check. Oh, I need to get my right.
Don't fuck me now.
Okay. You take a moment and you... Let me get my... There we go. You study the sigil. And it looks to be some form of transmutation arcane spell. Looks like a ritual, the way it's laid out. You can't identify the particular spell, but it looks like a mixture between teleportation and time, working in kind of a dimensional sense. But hard to pinpoint because it doesn't look like it was done properly.
Yeah, so they were experimenting and the experiment gone wrong or something.
Right.
Okay, cool.
You can see one of the gems laid in the ritual is burnt out. The rest are shining and bright, but one is a dull blue.
I don't have any gems on me. Is this your mother's book?
Yeah, she's really, really good at reading. She reads all kinds of things.
Yeah, she reads books thicker than I read.
And with that, we'll move back to the rest of the crew. As you do what?
Knox, what do we do?
Why are you looking to me?
Because you always take care of me. That's why.
Yes, I could. Usually there isn't crazy doll golem weird wiggly wally witty shit.
That's true.
Can I
Yeah, you just make a good point.
Can I like look around to see if I can find anything that might be helpful in the situation?
Give me a perception check.
It's maybe a disadvantage. Fuck. There's my perception.
Okay. So you look around the workshop. You're opening drawers, cabinets. Then you get to a cupboard. And you open it up, and you find a wooden book. Looks like it's closed and carved out of one solid piece of wood and stained deep red on the cover.
And they pocket it.
Okay.
And head back to the party and specifically grab Shelt and drag him back.
Oh, okay. What's going on?
I found this in a cupboard and I pull, try and discreetly pull it out so the little girl doesn't see it.
Give me... Yeah, it's fine. She's not anywhere near you.
Y'all take it and take a look at it. Kind of turn over my hands and stuff.
It is at least the same color as the binding of Kester's everlasting spell book.
I
Otherwise,
found
it's a
it in-
simple
Off-
rendition.
So it's like his book, but shitty.
It's like a
Slightly
carving.
smaller, carved out of wood. Yeah, I mean, it looks fine
Yeah.
quality.
Okay. I'll look it over and go. Well, I mean, you know this, but it's not his book, but it is his book. Which complicates things. Shit. I wish I could tell you I knew what was going on here, or had an idea, or anything.
But
I'll be
magic
honest.
is your thing.
Yeah. Magic's not really my thing. More than anything, I'm a little afraid, a little worried, very confused.
Maybe we should look at the cabinet I found it in.
Maybe. Yeah.
I mean, it gives us something to do. It's
Mhm.
better than not knowing what to do.
Yeah, definitely. I'll just look through everything.
Okay.
Maybe there's something of him here. We can find their workshop. Knowing Kester, he's probably looking through that. He's always trying to figure out the way people do
Okay.
magic stuff.
So you give me an investigation check, please.
All right.
Okay. With a 14 investigation, you're looking around the cabinet. You're opening it up. You're looking behind it. You're feeling around. It feels like a cabinet. There's nothing coming out of it. Feels out of place.
I don't trust like that. All right, let's. I don't know. Try to see if there's a workshop in here or something. That's
Secret doors.
secret doors. Yeah, could
Let's
definitely
feel,
be good.
let's feel up the walls then.
Okay.
Don't like it when you say it like that.
You begin taking your investigation farther to the walls of the toy shop. There's the main room, the bedroom, the back room, and there is a bathroom. Some basic plumbing. But you don't find anything, no kind of secret panels or floors that come up that give you the indication that there's another room.
Floors. We haven't checked floors.
Floors, yeah. Trapdoors, yeah, you're right. Trapdoors, basements.
Is this all happening in the same room?
They're moving around the workshop. What are y'all doing while
Yep.
they do that? What does Joy, Jabo,
The
and
same.
Knox doing?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yep. Chavez says, did you find anything? You looking for his book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, looking for his book.
Why do so? I'm so confused.
Why
I
do you
need to find his book to make him wake up.
Yeah, if he sees his favorite toy, maybe he'll want to play.
Why do you specifically need us to? Why couldn't you find it yourself?
Well, I couldn't find it. I looked. I really did. He's been asleep for so long.
He can't have been asleep for that long. We've only been gone 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Were you here before? Do you know my mom?
What's your mom's name?
Sophie.
Sophie.
It's a nice name.
That is a really nice name.
She smiles a bit.
Where did Sophie go?
She pauses and she tries to think. I don't know.
Did anyone take her away?
No? Why would anybody take her away?
Doesn't matter.
It's okay.
I almost want to go inquire around town.
Did you guys find anything? Anybody?
Not
No.
a thing.
That's
Nope. I've been standing here just observing you guys. I'm lost.
I mean, you'd be fine. Like the group of you would be fine here if like one of us left to go ask around town, right?
I mean, I can stay
Maybe,
and
yeah, probably.
investigate things, but
I am good at people.
that didn't go very well last time for us.
We left one person, not a group of people.
I'm not
And I don't really know if I were to leave anyone here again.
I know.
I don't want to leave without Kesta.
That too.
That's what I'm saying. One person goes and asks around town.
Wait, I've got an idea.
And I walk out and walk back in and see if anything's changed.
Okay.
As he's walking out, I go, oh god, that's not a...
You walk out, you walk back in, and nothing has changed.
All right. Well, we can at least leave and come back and nothing instantly changes.
Okay.
Right, but if something changes while you're gone, how will anybody know?
That's a good point.
Hmm. I mean, we don't have many options, do we?
Not really, no.
Little girl, what was your favorite thing to do with your brother? Games and stuff.
We really enjoyed tea parties.
Mm-hmm. Can you show me this tea party? Can all of us join you in a tea party?
Can we wake up my brother first? I want to play tea with him too.
Very well.
I don't know. I don't know enough about magic to feel comfortable doing that.
I'm just gonna scour the house as much as I can. Open doors and everything, or shop, not house.
Okay, so there's a back door and a front door. The back door is boarded up. You can take the boards down. They're not particularly hard, but you would have to deboard it. The windows, of course, are all boarded. There's still cracks and light coming through. What would you like to do?
There's no other rooms, or like an upstairs or a downstairs or anything like that?
It's a one story building, workshop, front room, back room, bedroom, bathroom.
Bedroom.
Okay. In the bedroom, you see the room has been tossed and turned. You see a little table with a tea set on it and 4 chairs around it. The tossing is, you see clothes, mundane bedroom stuff, typically decorations, and nothing that seems out of sort.
Nox, if we give him this book, is anything bad gonna happen? Wait, I don't know we have the book, do we? If we wake him up, is anything bad gonna happen?
I can't tell you. In all reality, we're far beyond my purview. The one who would know the most about this is currently that mechanical beast right there.
Isn't that...
That'd be Kester. Yes, Kester's the one who would know the most about this.
I want to inspect the tea set and the table and the chairs around it, like open the lids, look inside, stuff like that.
Okay. The tea set and the table and the chair, they're all mundane. Nothing. The tea is empty. There's no tea in it. It is. They're all made of either the pots is ceramic itself, but everything else is painted and carved wood. What would you like to do?
Guys, I'm really worried. He's got to be here somewhere. I'm gonna start opening things and looking.
Okay. As you start going through, you do find a lot of the same stuff. I mean, you're looking back at the tools, the carpenter stuff, the all the implements in the workshop. There's a couple of teddy bears still on the shelves. The back room is. Let me pull up the specific description again. Dolls, puppets, strings, wires, cloth, planks of wood. It looks like a toy maker's shop and supplies.
No records from the toy keeper. Nothing.
I think the thing that's most disturbing is that nothing looks out of place.
Agreed.
Check under the bed next.
Okay. You look under the bed. Give me an investigation check. Okay. You find a stuffed animal, a stuffed owlbear down there, but it's old and torn up a bit.
And I grab it. I grab it and I instantly start going, Nox, 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 I found her. I found her.
Oh my god.
Did you find Kester?
Did you find Kester? What is it?
No, I found an owl bear that looks like it was slaughtered the way you did. The babies. Now feel bad for it.
God, the
Mind if I see that?
expression.
Mind if I see that?
Yeah, here you go.
Now we're gonna go back to.
What do you do? I didn't see it.
Give me an athletics check.
Nox!
Oh fuck!
Oh. Oh no.
Please fail. Please fail. Please
Okay.
fail.
It rips. You got it's already torn up. Kester, coming back to you. You have
My elbow rip?
what's that?
Does my
No.
elbow rip? Okay, just checking.
The little girl looks at you and says what's your name?
Drake.
Drake? You want to have some tea?
Sure, why not?
She grabs your hand and in very similar fashion pulls you back to the
I'm gonna
back
try
room
and
with
take the book.
Okay.
I want the book.
All right. You have the book. It comes with
I
you.
have the book.
As in your hand is a spell book.
Yeah.
And a owlbear.
Yeah.
And she looks back and says, which one of those is your favorite?
Oh no!
You're screwed either way, dude.
Definitely the book. Books are magical.
Says you like
And I
books
like
just
magical
like my
things.
mom.
It sounds like we're similar people.
And now you're her mom. Great.
Now I am her mom. Damn it! Why every game do I end up adopting a child?
And she'll go back and she'll sit down, she'll pour the tea, and it's very reminiscent of the multiple tea exchanges you had prior to playing hide and seek. And it goes on to the end of the first cycle. And then she says, what do you want to do now?
That's a good question. How long has it been since you've been outside?
Oh, I'm not allowed to go outside when mom's not here.
Why is that?
Somebody's got to look after the shop, and that's me. And she points to herself
That's
with a
fair.
big thumb.
What about your brother?
Brother helps. But
How does he help?
they say he doesn't think so good, so he helps me, and I do the thinking, and he does the lifting.
Take a look at
I
brother.
can't reach the tall shelves, and then he reaches his hands up as if to show how tall he is.
That's fair. So what do you do for fun?
Well, we drink tea. We play with dolls. We make believe. We play tag. Mom doesn't like it when we play tag, so sometimes we just play hide and seek instead. I know all the best hiding spots. Brother could never find me.
I imagine. I did not prepare to detect magic. That will take a while to cast. That's not gonna help me. I guess. What could I do? I would like to read this book I have right here for a little bit.
Okay.
Is that fine?
She will walk over and climb in your lap and say, "I like books," and she'll sit there and look over the pages as you read.
That's fine. Read this book. I want to read more about this time circle.
Okay. Give me an Arcana check.
Ooh, singing lines?
Okay. So, thing about magic spell books is they are encoded. And this one is very tough.
Yes.
You're struggling to even get the key to begin working on it. You think maybe if you had more time, you could just start to decipher this book, but it looks like it's multiple layered. It would take several days.
I don't have several days. I don't want to. Yeah, well, if I get lucky, I'll be able to keep it. Let's play some hide and seek.
Okay. Start counting to 10. I'll hide.
Of course.
And she runs out and turns back and says, "No peeking."
Of course.
And she.
I'll look in the corner.
Yep. And the brother and her walk out of the room. And with that, we're gonna go back to the group.
How badly have I ripped this thing at this point?
Its head's off.
I'm so glad I didn't say the owlbear.
I'm gonna mend it.
I was tempting you so hard.
But she might put you in the owl bear anyways.
I know she might.
Nox, give me that, and I'm gonna mend it.
Okay. And
Keep that far away from me.
the owlbear stuffing.
Just because you feel guilty.
I don't feel guilty.
I think he just has a prejudice against owlbears.
Yes, I have a prejudice against monstrosities.
He's the real
To be
ranger.
fair, I'm on his side here.
The owlbear recovers fine. It's not less dusty or old, but there's no longer any stuffing falling out, and all the seams are intact.
So what do we do? What do we do? Shelt, what do we do?
I don't know. We've searched the house every way that I know how to search a place for someone missing, and we haven't found him.
Should we help her wake him up?
There's only one thing I can think of doing. The problem is the pearl I use for identify has been smashed to dust, and I need a new one if we want to find anything out, magically wise.
I'm going to go unboard the back door.
Okay. It's easy enough. You pull the boards down, they're nailed in. They fall to the ground.
And they open the door.
Okay. It leads to a back alley of several. Hey!
Whoa.
Hey, whoa,
Oh.
Jesus!
Mad
Mad
Gathering.
Gazer.
Thank you.
Bad gazing. Wow. Whoa.
Jeez.
Welcome.
Whoa.
Welcome.
Thank you, Matt Gazer.
Thank you, Matt Kaiser.
You all now have access to some awesome emotes, like
Hey.
those.
I forgot that I'm subbed, and that I have access to these modes.
You do. GG. Okay.
Yay.
So the back alley is looks like the back alley of several other shops. There's bins of trash and people walking around. They give you a glance, but not a second one.
I like that line. A glance, but not a second one.
Yeah, me too. I don't like everything else happening, but I like that line.
Guys, I'm going to check this alley.
Do you think his toys? Did he put it out there?
It's very possible.
Why can't we have a tea party without him?
It's because I want him to wake up.
Maybe if he sees us playing tea, that'll make him want to wake up.
Give me a persuasion check.
Wow. Game. Thanks.
Children.
No, you know who's not good at children? The Goliath I used to play.
She what does she do? She says, "Okay, fine, but let's move the table in here."
That sounds smart. Yeah, good thinking. Let's move the table in here.
So you help her move the table in front of the mechanical and set up the tea, and she sits down to have tea. She pours. Who sits down with her? Joy?
I do.
Me.
I'll sit down.
It was my idea, so I should sit down
Yeah.
with her.
I'll join because the party didn't say I could check the alley.
I don't think all of us should be sitting down, though.
I think we
Come
should all
join
be
me in
sitting
my
down.
magical realm.
She says,
And
I
we
don't
should all
have
be
enough
sitting down for tea.
chairs.
I
I'll
sit on the floor.
How many chairs are there?
There are 3 chairs plus one that she's sitting in.
Do they look like they would support some of the bigger members of this crew, like me and Nox? Nox being heavy.
I'm not bigger. What the? I
Heavy.
only weigh 220 pounds.
I think Nox definitely needs one so that he'll be tall enough to reach the table.
Yeah, you're right.
The chairs
All right,
look sturdy.
all of you can screw off. I'm gonna go walk off by myself. You have fun.
Oh,
Don't you dare!
No.
Nox, don't
Nox.
you dare leave!
Nox, just stand at the table. It's fine.
No, I'm gonna go check out that alley.
Thank you, Nox.
Okay.
Just gonna go take a look.
Yeah, don't be outside too long.
J-Bo, you
never
are
know.
now my new not squishy.
Okay. And this is my squishy.
Pointing at the frog.
Yes, I know. You like to call Doyle squishy. I
Joy-
get it.
I'm fine sharing J-Bo with you.
He can be not squishy enough for the both of us.
Exactly.
And you walk out in the alley. A little girl pours imaginary tea into, 4 cups? Looks at the 4 of you and the 5 the 5 people in the 4 cups and says, I'll share with you, and points to Shelt. And she scoots her chair closer.
Actually, I'll pull out my tankard of sobriety and go, don't worry, I brought my own.
When in doubt,
she will pour tea into the mug. That's a nice teacup.
Thanks, I got it from a friend of mine. He makes some nice things.
Okay. And Nox, give me an investigation check. Okay. And Kester,
Yes.
you finish counting to 10.
Oh, of course. Let's turn around. I probably should go look for her, but we'll do the same thing again. We'll look for her, but not look for her.
Okay. She's in the exact same position with
Is your brother right behind him again?
Yes.
He's super good. They're so good at hiding.
Giggles.
Let's go over here and we'll check the room.
Okay. Which room?
I don't know. That room.
Okay. Yeah,
The
you're
side
looking
room.
around the main room, the side room. It's all the same as before. Still toys, and it looks like a working alive shop.
God, what the fuck?
My
And
thoughts
you
exactly.
I know. You said the thing right there was missing a gem, right?
Yes.
Or had a gem that was turned off.
Yes, dull.
And I don't really understand. It's missing a doll?
No, it's dull. The gem is
dull.
not
Okay, yeah.
shiny like the rest of them.
Can I? D&D doesn't work this way, but it does in every other form of magic. Can I put magic into the gem?
Give me an
I
Arcana
don't
check.
like that haughty laugh.
Can.
No, you don't think you can.
I don't think I can. Okay, that makes sense. I didn't think I could, but I wanted to try.
A man can dream.
I can dream of putting magic in gems. That gives me an idea for later. Check the table. Check the books. Check the cupboard.
Okay. You open the cupboard. You open the cupboard. It's empty.
It's empty. We're going to. I've never looked for a secret door, have I?
No.
I know the rest of the party has. I don't know if I have in this area.
It's not how Narnia works.
It might be how Narnia works. I'm going to look for a secret door, and if I can't find one, we'll uncover her.
Okay. You take a few minutes. You pat around. There does not seem to be a secret door.
That's unfortunate. We'll find her.
Okay. And she says, "Oh, you got me. You're good at this. This is a great hiding spot. All right.
It
all
is.
right. Your turn. I'm gonna start counting." And she turns around and starts counting to 10.
Fuck. This is how I got transported last time. Make sure I have the owlbear and that book on me still. And we're going to hide. Is she counting in this room?
Yeah, the back room.
She's counting in the back room. Let's
The
go out to
cupboard's
the
in
front.
room. Okay.
Cupboard in the front room. Let's go to the side room.
Okay.
And we're gonna hide right behind the door.
Okay.
So like when the door would swing, it would cover where I was. It's gonna fucking hurt, but we're gonna try it.
Okay. And with that, we'll go back to the party. And she's pouring tea. And she's asking you questions. So she'll turn to Shelt and say, "What are your favorite things?"
I don't get asked that a lot. I like cake sometimes. Like
I have
cats.
cake.
Friend of mine had a cat that was really nice. Cats are nice. I like money. So that's always good.
She says, "I like cats too, but Mom never said we could have one. She's got money. She likes it too." What about you? She looks at Jabo.
Just about anything that's nice to me, I like. So, like animals, good people. I occasionally do a little bit of arts and crafts, woodworking, if you will. And I like to laze about. And nope, that's not tell you what I do. Nope.
You're funny. What are you made of?
Nice.
I don't know. I've never taken myself apart to find out. I imagine something like a hard wood.
Like a rocking horse.
No, I'm not a rocking horse.
Can I
Have
hear
you
them
tried?
from outside?
Yeah.
Maybe you are a rocking horse. Why don't you have her get on top and ride you?
Piggyback
Don't make me
ride?
come down there and
Piggyback
pick you
rides.
up and bring over here.
She gets really excited. It's like, piggyback rides. Yeah, can I have a piggyback ride? Big
should give her a
doughy
piggyback
little girl
ride.
eyes.
Look at how cute she is.
Give her the piggyback ride.
All right, since you guys are around, that's fine. I feel safe.
And I'll get over it, get down on all fours.
All right, get off. Oh, you're a bit
Short. I try to help her on top.
Yeah. She climbs on and she pretends that you're a horse and give me a performance check. Okay. You do a mediocre horse impression, but it is more than enough for a little girl. And she is ecstatic. Nox, on the outside, you see, similar to the other side, it's boarded up. Doesn't look like there's anything stored out here. It's pretty empty alleyway. Some people taking out trash in nearby, dumping trash in the back in some bins. But other than that, the streets are, this alleyway is fairly empty. A couple people just kind of hanging out, talking amongst themselves. There's no second story. There's no other doors. No basement.
How close is the nearest person near to me?
50 feet.
That's not too far. Yeah, I'll walk over to him and them and try to talk to them.
Oh, hey! Hello?
Hello. Do you mind if I ask you a question or two? Nothing too extravagant or in depth. I just was wanting to know something about a building over here.
Says, yeah, you got a light? He holds up a pipe.
I'll pull out my tinderbox for him.
Okay, yeah, help him light his pipes. Yeah, he takes a big puff out of it. Sophie's, yeah, okay.
What can you tell me about the little girl that lives there?
There's no little girl there.
Sophie, yeah, no, I had a feeling. Don't look at me like that,
Are you sad? Is there a little girl hiding in the house? And he starts to walk towards the building.
No. Sophie's daughter.
Sophie never had a daughter. She never got married. Are there children in that house right now?
No, I must have just imagined it.
Provide deception check, please.
Fuck. Here's my +1.
You can do it, buddy. I believe in you.
Let me counter roll.
That's passable.
It is passable.
But is it the right kind of passable?
Okay. So he says, "Oh, okay. So what about?"
Tell me, was there anything strange about Sophie? I know she was a toy maker, but was there any that? Let's see, I can talk. Was there ever anything that sort of seemed off about Sophie? Something different?
Oh, you weren't. You're not from around here. No, Sophie was taken by the tailors last year. They condemned that building, and it's off limits. She was apparently she was a wizard. It was a bit of a mess here in a stir for a while. The gossip of the town, but there's pretty violent kicking down of the doors late in the night, and there was some screaming, and then there wasn't. And for about a week, they were rummaging through that place, taking anything that they thought was suspicious.
Tell me, who boarded the windows up? Who boarded was that the tailors?
It was the tailors.
Okay.
We always assume that they're going to come back and, continue, I don't know, looking around, but they just haven't been back.
Oh, shit.
See.
You like the new owners, or?
No, just friends of Sophie's.
How'd you know Sophie?
Time.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Actually, wait a minute. No, that was completely inappropriate of me.
Didn't realize she was a wizard.
I'm sorry for your loss.
That's a lot of bad news you're breaking to me right now, friend.
Yeah. And he sits there a little awkwardly, unable to they just, yeah,
You
takes a big swig.
have a good.
Big puff.
You have a good day.
Yeah.
Blessings of Chrolome upon you. And
Yeah.
start walking.
All right. As he walks away, he turns to his friend, who's silent for the exchange, and says, "Fuck." Hey, you gotta watch your mouth there, pal. And back to Kester. She starts looking around the house, walks into the room, walks out of the room, and it takes her some time before she finds you. She opens the door and says, "Ha! Got you! I win! Okay, my turn." And
Yep,
she
your turn.
runs out of the room.
I'm on a ritual cast detect magic now.
She runs back. She says, "Don't peek."
Of course. I'm already drawing on the wall.
You draw on the wall, ritual cast. 10 minutes goes by, and she stays silent and does not come out. And you get detect magic off. And
Okay, well,
everything's glowing.
holy shit!
More like the space you're in, the dimensional space you're in is magical. And what do you walk around?
I do walk around. I think, is she magical?
No more than everything else. But
No
you
more
do
than
sense a bright aura around the cupboard.
Okay, so she's not an incomplete clone. That's good to know. Yes, let's check this cupboard out. Oh, what kind of magic is around the cupboard?
It is shit. Which one's teleportation? Transmutation? I'm always.
Is this
I
some
think
type
it's
of like?
convocation.
I think it's conjuration.
No, it's conjuration. You're right.
Yeah, it's conjuration magic.
Is this like some weird ass reverse Indian in the cupboard thing?
I think this is a portal to a demi-plane.
This is 100%
Player.
Indian in the cupboard.
That's
So when are we getting the
interest-
cowboy and the old Indian chief who dies of a heart attack?
I'll be the old cowboy.
What do you do, Kester?
Is she in a bad hiding spot again?
Yep, same spot that you found her last time.
Has she been repeating again?
Yes.
Okay, so she's back on repeat. And brother's there. Still have the book. This entire place. What kind of magic am I detecting from around this place? Is it all conjuration?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Does detect magic tell me the spell?
No, just the school.
It does not identify. Need to learn that one.
It's expensive.
It is expensive, but at least it's only a one-time cost.
Right, but the problem is,
It's expensive.
I don't have the. I've got the spell. I do not have the pearl.
Does the door open?
The cupboard door?
Yes.
Yes.
Does. I'm going to find her real quick, so I feel terrible if I leave her just hiding there.
You find her, and she says, "All right, your turn now." She turns around and starts counting.
Oh, she's too slow. Does the front door open?
No.
I didn't think so. We go into the cupboard.
Okay. As you go into the cupboard, the world falls away around you, and you find yourself walking in the front door of a dusty, abandoned toy shop. And everybody at the table with the little girl hears the front door open.
I look at the
Shit! Did Nox bring someone in? And I'll
You see
Oh,
Kester walking in with a book and a owlbear in his hands.
That was unexpected. Hey, Kester, where you been?
Do I still have the
I've been
old...
playing a great game of hide and go seek with the most delicious tea, and I got a book out of it.
Oh.
I'm gonna try.
Alright.
And a lovely owlbear plushie.
Oh, that's cute. Is it? Do I still have the old one?
Mhm.
Like this one?
Did the golem change at all?
Oh yeah, he went back. He's more skinnish, like an actual person. And
I think that
Kester,
why do you guys look freaked out?
Yeah, go ahead. The Kester one is the Kessie one's the same. The gears.
Okay. Fascinating.
Oh, I guess we're done here, right? We can leave. Let's go.
Out of curiosity, I have idle curiosity now. Shel, can you pass me that thing that I gave you?
I'll
Now that
pass it-
Kester's here.
I'll like pass it under the table.
What are you guys talking about?
I'll take it, and I'll take it to the golem and tell it to wake up.
Kester,
Yes.
pick a mental stat.
Intelligence.
Damn it! You should have did charisma.
Kester,
You know what? You're right. Let's do charisma.
charisma.
Charisma. I only have a -1.
Kester, all personality leaves your face.
Oh, I'm glad we changed that. Oh.
All personality, you go emotionless. Your eyes sag a bit. You feel no feelings suddenly. Everything is
You're an angsty teen.
logical and order, but emotions suddenly leave you. You notice, but you don't care.
Okay.
You all right, Kessa?
Kessie, the mechanical version of Kester, whirls to life and says, "Hello, hi."
Hi, Cassie.
Hi, Cassie.
I'm so excited to be. Oh, it's a beautiful day. There's sun outside. The birds are singing. And it stands up and starts looking around. Curiosity and light in his eyes.
And I'll go look at Kester.
Nothing's different there.
Can I do a medicine check on him just to see if I can figure that out?
Give me an insight check.
Insight? Okay.
He something died. The light in his eyes is dim. And yeah, that's about
Fascinating.
When do I come back in? Question.
Knox right
I
now.
developed schizophrenia.
I'll
or
go
not?
back to Cassie. Cassie, can you go back to sleep, please?
Wait a second. Have I developed what is it called? When you can't feel emotion. And you can do everything
Sociopath.
despite pure logic. Have I become a sociopath?
You've become a
Oh
sociopath.
no!
I'm a sociopath.
You basically had a lobotomy.
The you have the book in your hand still, right?
Yes.
The
Oh, fuck.
doll collapses onto the ground. Kester, your emotions come rushing back to you. First of all, fear. And
Fuck.
the little girl screams, "No, my brother!" and rushes over and starts poking at the mechanical. Give him his toy back. What did you do?
That was absolutely fascinating. We're not doing it again, but that was fascinating.
Custer, where? And I know you gave us the coy answer, but like actually, physically, where did you go?
I went somewhere else.
The little girl's just bawling uncontrollably. You're having to talk loud to get over it.
Cannot explain. I'm gonna let her finish.
The little girl.
Can we go now?
Yes, we can go.
All
I'm
right.
keeping this.
I already leave. I'm done with the ball.
Kester,
I
can
don't want any of
talk
that.
with you two?
Oh, of course we'll talk. For now we need to get out of here. And open my bag, put the book in it.
The little book or the big book?
No. Oh, give me that book too.
Yep. Yeah, I was like, take that with me.
Yeah, that's my book now.
He
I have
just
two
randomly loses all his charisma again.
A gift for you, Kester, since it's your stuff.
My stuff.
No, actually,
Oh.
now the golem would lose all of its charisma, and then Kester would wake up
Mhm.
because he gave Kester the book, not Kester.
So each of you all
Maybe.
walk out of the toy shop, and the cries and the sobs of a little girl. I mean, you hear them. They don't echo too dramatically into the streets, but you are back into the throngs of mid-afternoon day, as
That is-
the streets are alive.
That was weird.
That was really weird.
We need to put as much distance between ourselves and that building as much as possible right now.
Agreed. We should take the coffee back to Anthony, I think.
Yeah, the
yeah,
coffee and the books.
What was the point of all that? Like,
We thought we
Oh,
were
right,
doing
right.
a good thing.
yeah, we thought she lost all her family to death. Yep. All right.
Yep.
I remember.
And it ended up being
Oh fuck! I didn't ask what kind of magic was on her. Fuck.
Technically, she did lose all her family to death.
I mean,
A lot of death.
Whoa,
what
whoa,
happened?
whoa. Slow down there, guys. What happened to her family? I figured they were dead, but do we have more specifics now?
She only had a mother. Her mother was a bit like yourself. That's why that entire building was.
Oh yes, I could very much.
Wait,
She
wait,
was
wait.
way stronger than me.
Wait, but what happened to her mother?
Also, not here.
Our friends in the red suits came for her
When?
about a year ago.
Okay, so they're far away from here.
Joy,
hopefully.
Yes.
you're talking. With your high wisdom, you're talking about a sensitive topic in the middle of public.
Guys, we should take
Back
these
to the ship.
back to the ship.
Yeah, we should see how Anthony's doing, and bring him his coffee.
And
Nox,
his coffee.
for my sake, please give me a stealth check.
Do you want disadvantage because I'm in heavy armor?
No, you're fine.
Oh, I
This
know what's
represents
going
you coming out of Sophie's and then saying the tailors came for her
Yeah.
and that you are the same as her. Okay, noted. Thank you.
on. I can't trust any of this party.
Jabo's
can't trust
never said
myself.
anything wrong.
At
You're
least
right.
mine
I'm sorry,
wasn't in-
Jabo. I apologize.
At least I wasn't in the
Joy
middle of
on-
town.
Joy only gossips about NPCs.
Oh, by the way, Nox, I'll pull out the books. And they guess they're wrapped or something, and I'm just gonna hand them to him. For you.
She got you a present.
It's a good present.
Okay.
Oh, the books.
Open them when you get back to the shop. Back to the ship. I want to see your face.
Doesn't he know about the books? Oh well.
So you move
Yeah, let's head back.
back through the trade market, trade district. You heading to the ship. You see a squad-sized element of naval sailors, and they seem to be escorting a prisoner. Man in a larger man with dark black hair, deeply tanned skin, what looks like a this loose fitted clothing, baggy cloth pants tied with a thick leather belt, and a black undershirt. And he's chained heavily at the legs and at the arms with thick manacles, and then the manacles from the legs and the arms are attached. And there are 8 sailors led by it's 8 sailors, one leading, escorting this man through town, and they pass you as the man catches Jabo in the eye, catches sight of y'all and stares Jabo in the eyes for a moment before being shoved along by the sailors as they go deeper into the city, the direction you just came.
Is this like a evil look or like a curious look? Like,
It's an intensity.
okay.
His eyes scan the party and then lock on you. And
That's
then
a lot of sailors.
There's a lot of sailors. Let's keep moving.
And you get back to the ship a few minutes later, and Anthony's not there, but Stephen greets you shortly upon board. And hey, what do we have? What's the deal?
Well, I got us some coffee and some chocolate-covered coffee beans for the captain, but I need you to make sure that these last for the whole trip, because this is a whole platinum's worth of coffee and coffee beans.
What you're saying is you don't give him too much of his fix all at once, eh? We'll hide them with the stash.
I know you got some experience in that kind of thing.
Hey, is that a grinder? We could. Oh man, all right. I'll get the press going, and with the grinder, we'll have morning coffee for. Oh God, that's a lot of beans. Hey, come on back here. Let's put it in the cupboard. I found a cupboard. At least it's a cupboard now.
Perfect.
You made a cupboard.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, cleaning closet cupboard, but this is a perfect spot. As he guides you down to the kitchen, opens up this cupboard, and it is. You could see a broom, a mop, shelves lined with his merchandise, the stuff he brought with him, and a couple empty spots where he points to place the beans in the grinder.
Perfect.
How's the city? It looks like it's alive.
It's got a lot of sailors in it.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. They a couple more ships came in. A lot of naval ships, big cannons on the sides and ballistas and lots of stand that way.
It feels a little boxy.
Well, luckily we ain't gotta be here, but for what Captain says, 3 days, yeah?
3 days.
Yeah.
We'll get out of here.
What else do you need in town before we go?
Oh, he looks. Oh, Captain says he's gonna get some food, so I gave him a shopping list, but booze.
Oh, that's a good idea.
If we buy our own booze, it might be cheaper than heading out sometimes, and we can't go to the tavern when we're on the ocean, right?
That's right. So we'll get some kegs.
Really, if you give me the supplies, I can make my own booze.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
good
really?
idea.
We could brew booze on the ship.
How long does that
It's
take?
good to pass the time.
Well, really, all the work can be done in an afternoon, but the beer won't taste good until like at least a week after it's been brewed.
We could start like rotations, right? Like we'll start one day, and then the next day we'll start some more, and then we'll just have booze for every day.
Sounds
We
like a
will
plan.
want some for the first time while we're still brewing, but I can brew some beer.
Yeah, I'm all about the brewing. I'll make some room in the cupboard. How much room do you need for beer?
The barrel and some counter space.
I'll hook you up. I got you, Knox. I'm gonna need a table though. Can you make a table?
I can make a table. Just give me the wood.
And he says, I think, hey, there's some supplies. We could just take the ship supplies, right? There's some repair stuff down there.
Don't use the ship supplies.
Oh, come on, man. There's a table for brews.
I will hurt you if you use the ship supplies for anything other than the ship.
Fine, but don't go into my cupboard or I'll hurt you, man.
I don't plan on going in there.
Good, you're not
Okay.
allowed to.
Oh, please. One of you is religious and the other's probably a pacifist. Quit it.
Hey, he's not much of a pacifist, is he?
Wait, you're religious?
Hey, the religion of drugs, man. Almighty high.
Oh, you know what? I can
Why
dig
not
it.
high
I can dig it.
almighty?
Almighty on high.
Hey, did he just say he could dig it? Ah, that's awesome, man. You're coming around. You're still not allowed in my cupboard.
Oh, that's fine. Just don't become a Robad worshiper and we'll be just fine.
Ah, man, that guy's tripping.
Nox, open your present. While we're
Oh.
all
Oh,
here.
for
Speaking
the
of
love
presents,
Chrolome. You were saying something, Joy?
could I read up on the plants that are available in this area
Sure.
in my book?
Yep. All right, so we'll do book openings, and Knox, you open yours. First page, right into what is the beardiest. The beards. There are braids for days.
So
I think
the
it's
first page is my
appreciated there.
cousin.
Oh, isn't that
Please tell me you're related to all of them.
I don't want to check.
Humor us,
Give me a D100, Knox.
To see how many of these I'm related to.
There are 2 books,
Oh my god.
male and female.
Higher is better for you.
Fuck.
Okay. This is a distant cousin, but for dwarves, that's really easily traceable. No other family members will be in these books.
Oh, thank god. But yeah, no. That after that first page, you just sort of like,
It's
does anyone
Scarred.
have any acid for me to burn my eyes out?
No.
No, but I don't know what voice that was. No, but I think Steven might have a different type of acid.
hey, I got some acid for your eyes. You drop them in. It's a real crazy trip.
You just have something to knock me out.
Yeah, man. He grabs a frying pan and hands it over to anybody who will take it.
Pulls off his helmet. Go right ahead. Just knock me out, please. I want to forget this ever happened.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will call it an episode.
Oh man.
I see
That
Spoopy in
was
chat.
an episode.
What happened?
Yeah, Spoopy came back. Yeah.
Hi, Spoopy.
You're gonna make her cry. You
Right.
better like PM her that he's fine.
Oh,
He's just out shopping.
they told you to be shopping. You have no reason to suspect he's hurt.
That makes me think he's hurt.
Now I'm
Yeah.
worried.
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm gonna start thinking of ways he could be hurt. Thanks, Spoopy. I'm teasing. He's probably fine.
Probably. Depends on what we do next.
It really does.
I've got Anthony art pre-scheduled for 3 weeks, so you have to wait at least 3 weeks to kill him.
Anthony is not the kind of character that gets a death off screen. That would be horrible. It's gonna happen off screen.
No,
Yeah.
you'll just stab him off
that
screen
would
and have
that
him
would
die
be
on
horrible.
screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
all
would
have
be
to
horrible. You
witness
nearly
it
did
and
it,
cry.
Casey.
Oh,
You nearly did.
who did I kill off screen?
You know, you nearly killed Anthony off screen.
You
You
did.
rolled.
Oh yeah, I did. Well, yeah, it's fair. That's fair. I did. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 9 of Delving in Deep. If you want to catch Delving in Deep again, check it out next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific. And that Friday, Black Friday, you could check out The Deputies, episode 2. It's a double feature this month. They had a fantastic opening session, a lot of great players, including 2 of the sexy individuals on this screen. Yeah, check those things out. I think Scorpion Tanker is going to be Kyle/Scorpion Tanker/Shell will be streaming immediately after this. He's doing some Jedi Fallen Order.
I'm going to suffer. I'm not just doing Jedi Fallen Order. I'm turning the difficulty up to maximum.
Oh no!
Don't die though.
Don't die.
Oh, I will many times.
No, just you don't die. He can
Oh,
die,
okay.
just not you.
Yeah, don't get killed.
Casey,
What's up?
did we as a group ever talk about? I assume we're not doing Thanksgiving, so it's the next Thursday.
Wait, what? What about
For the
Thursday?
deputies.
Friday for
No,
the
no.
deputies.
Friday's the deputy. Yeah, and then it'll be the next Thursday. Will be our next stream
No,
for us, right?
We
'Cause-
do Tuesdays.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Did you think it was Thursday?
I know.
yeah.
I'm not competing with Critical Role. You have that.
Yeah, you're just competing with Critical Role's talk show.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. So aside from that.